Hello and good evening, ladies and gentlemen, to another scene set in Odessa Dark Crusade, Season 2. Another night passes in the sandy, arid city-state of Odessa. And a war party has been called. For the prince requires allies, subjects, and soldiers to assist her in the ousting of enemy combatants that have made their home within the city, having claimed a portion of it for themselves, rendering part of it inaccessible, slowly bleeding the city dry of its mortal inhabitants. Something that has become noticeable to everybody to some extent, particularly to those who lack a domain. Mortals are less frequent on the streets, many that are just come across as anemic or sick. And while a weak and pliable multi-populace is satisfactory to many, it doesn't help that they're fearful, paranoid, and ready to lash out, and that many simply aren't present at all. And so, this disparate group of Cainites, this temporary coterie, if you will, convenes at the back of a large shop within the merchant's district, the Seneschal's domain, but at the behest of the prince. And so here you are, as you enter the back of this shop, a simple administrative space, an empty blank room with nothing but a desk with a war map laid out across it, with many markings signifying areas, patrol routes, living spaces of the enemy, and areas of interest. How do all of you enter? How are you all feeling?
Enters beautifully because it's fucking Margot. She's mainly just concentrating on what's to come. Hopefully, hoping this. Well, she thinks she'll get out alive, but she never knows how much how strong the enemy is. But she is wearing the new armor that Memnon gave her. It's beautiful. And she has her sword that still has 3 charges of fire.
I'm honestly surprised you still have that. Next.
Madeline is wearing her spacious dark cloak. She has a sword with her, bastard sword, and is wearing an armor that's not as fine as the one crafted specifically for her. But she's just standing around, smiling lightly and just waiting for everyone.
Memnon enters and is pleased to see 2 of the Cainites that he's fought beside many times by now. He carries his typical self-crafted armor, blade, and shield. He just gives it nods of recognition, but you could tell he looks excited as much as he's talked about getting Herman's head off his shoulders.
Oh, so before we go on, what's the difficulty when you have a helmet with like a big knight armor helmet? It does something to your perception, doesn't it? -2 perception, isn't it? Or is it plus difficulty? I don't remember.
I think it gives you a +2 difficulty.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it gives you +2 difficulty, I think he's right.
Okay, so she'll have the helmet and she'll activate sight probably. well,
If it's,
In a
if it's knight's armor, remember, I know Memnon made it so it doesn't have his bag, but remember the dex penalty.
yeah, she's still at 6 with the dex penalty.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Alright, I might as well do the intro then. You will hear the sound of boots on the stairs. 2 sets of boots. As you will see, because I'm just going to assume this is in the basement. I think you said it was in the basement, but that's not, or the back, oh, they said back room. You'll hear the heavy sets of boots on the entranceway, as you will see 2 figures enter the room. One of them is this individual, who has the pale, emaciated features of Clan Cappadocia. His hair is white and hangs lankly around his face. His clothing is the finest of the fine, Venetian silk and leather. The metal of his armor gleams. There's a huge gem actually affixed right in the center of his armor. It's a ruby, almost the size of your fist. And with him, I have a picture of her. You will see this woman. He was kind of standing off beside him. He offers a very polite bow to the room. My, such interesting faces. Do forgive me, Your Highness. I had been informed that you were gathering interested individuals in order to see to the expunging of a blight from your city.
The helmet figure takes the helmet off, showing her beautiful face. I do not believe I've met you before. I am Malcolm de Cornier, Primogen of the Clan of the Roses.
Oh. Well, I suppose someone must keep them in check and make sure that they're not constantly at their easels or chiseling at something. A pleasure to make your acquaintance, Sebastian Giovanni, at your service.
A member of Clan Giovanni. Well, welcome to this city.
We're not a clan yet. We're still a
okay.
member of the Cappadocians.
Cappadocia.
Oh, sorry. A member of Clan Cappadocian.
She's
Welcome
in
to
on
the
it.
city.
What's that, sir?
She's in on it.
Yeah, totally.
In on what? Oh, yeah. Nothing. Continue. Don't pay any attention to Uncle Lambert, to Uncle Augie sharpening his fangs. Everything's fine. What are you talking about? And allow me to introduce my ever-faithful companion. He denotes behind him the darling Ashura. Do we introduce them as Lamians, or do we introduce them as Cappadocians?
No, you introduce them as no, Lamians are known within Cainite culture. They are known as the bodyguards of the Cappadocians. They're respected as such. They are not treated like a lesser class.
Of the Lamian bloodline in my humble sort. But my apologies, gentlemen. Your Highness, he bows to the prince. I bring the warmest regards of my family, the warmest regards of Venice, and the hope that you will have a long and industrious reign.
I guess it's time for Brigitte to come running in.
Yeah, as you, the prince will just be politely responding to Sir Sebastian, and Brigitte can come toddling in, slightly haggard. Looks like she's been resting on hay. Filthy peasant girl.
Brigitte, dear, are you alright?
What smells like rat's piss and desperation?
Your clanmate.
Damn it! You stole my line. I was about to say, I believe it is one of your clan.
Yeah, I was going to say it too. Stole this line from everyone.
It's rather interesting. You see,
Everyone.
Bastian raises his hand over his left shoulder, and Alamian puts something into it. At which point, he literally just dips a small glass receptacle into another glass receptacle and puts perfume on Brigitte that he himself is also wearing, because God knows he doesn't want to smell that. Like, ew. Nope. Nope.
Thank you, Bastian.
Just like,
I didn't mean to offend.
You are quite forgiven. My nose has managed to, how would I phrase this? Managed to revivify itself from the trauma that was your existence.
Well, unforeseen circumstances.
Unforeseen, how so? I certainly hope you're not leading those unforeseen circumstances back here.
Oh, no, absolutely not.
The prince asked you a question.
No, she did answer.
I beg your pardon?
She did answer. She said, "Oh, absolutely not."
Yeah, but she didn't actually say what the prince asked. What were these circumstances, and she didn't answer.
No. The prince asked if the circumstances were following it, and he didn't ask. Or she didn't ask, I don't know
She-
who the prince is.
She did say
Where?
what were these circumstances, and are they going to be brought back here?
No, I think she just said, "I hope they're not leading us back here." But no, the prince will follow up with, yes, I would like to know. You have engaged my curiosity, Brigitte. You do look rather roughed up.
Yes. Well, some unfortunate events occurred earlier this evening.
The prince is just gonna stare at you.
Nothing to worry about. We're dealing with it.
I will trust in you to have the situation under control.
That's what I am to do.
Excellent. I'm sure nothing regarding you will reach my desk. She looks back around as Menmon enters. Menmon already came in?
Yeah. He's in.
We're good to go.
No, there is one.
There's an Anthony.
Yes, there is another figure left to enter.
Right. Didn't see him there.
Hello. Sorry about that.
Hello.
Oh. Hello. Hold on. Get my overlay.
That's wrong, Bishop. The only ruler in my Pokeball.
Where are we?
We're at the back of the shop, in the merchants, in the west side of the merchants district. Within the Seneschal's domain, at the behest of a prince, she's currently forming a war party to take out some of the war coteries within the domain currently.
Cool. A very well-dressed individual with an air of dignity walks towards the back of the shed and will approach the prince and give a deep bow.
The prince will turn to you. She's got steepled hands. Weirdly enough, the prince is she kind of looks as she does in the overlay, so she doesn't look as ultra fancy or rich or anything. In fact, the man standing beside her, Sebastian, looks far more
Like the prince.
Oh,
affluent.
I should put out Bastian, not Sebastian. Bastian.
Bastion.
Bastion, philosophy.
Bastion. Yeah, he looks far more affluent. But she turns and she just goes, "Ah, Lord Septimus, good of you to join us."
Good. I am happy to be in your presence, Your Grace. I'm at your disposal as always.
So many new faces. I just wish it could be for a happier event.
I'm very much appreciative to have you here. Very appreciative to have all of you here.
Nonsense. What could be a happier event than expunging something that should have been expunged? It's often good when you get time to clean the blood from your sword, no?
I guess.
I would very much agree. But I suppose I should fill you all in on the situation. She heads towards the wall map. It has a lot of information on it that doesn't just pertain. It pertains to the whole city and much of its outskirts. And what she does is she with her finger, she kind of lays her finger, her index finger, her left index finger against the map, and just sort of softly circles Justinopolis. In particular, the mount itself, the mosque, not the district. Through the efforts of various Cainites, in particular the Nosferatu, we've managed to ascertain that much of Justinopolis, but in particular the mosque itself, has been rather arrogantly claimed by several of these war coteries. We've also learned that one of Al-Taib's direct subordinates resides there. A young Brujar Ansar. Some of you may have heard of his name before. He's been native to Odessa for quite some time. He's known as Azir. A minstrel, as one would have it.
That laugh is totally in character.
But one with very deep ties to the city's religious populace. We believe he and Al-Taib are directly responsible for the uptick in mortal hunters beginning to prowl the streets again. Emphasizing the minor mistakes of others into positive bonfires, in addition to the chaos caused by these mass embraces.
So you want us to clear out the mosque?
Yes, they're currently using the popularity of the mosque to serve as something of a shield against direct responses. Using the fact that the city is already somewhat vulnerable to the influence of hunters being something of a religious center for so many. What they don't, however, understand is that I have several other access points into the mosque itself, so that we may be able to sidestep this particular obstacle. The mosque used to be a cathedral about a century ago. Back then it looked a lot different. Served a similar purpose, but had many different entry points. The priesthood of the time actually had several secret, I would call them entryways, exit ways, in the event that the city were to be overrun by Islamic forces. The city was raided and assailed quite frequently back when it was a crusader state. I know of at least two. We will be using them.
Would you like me to be able to tell you exactly how many of them there are in the mosque?
I'm curious as to how you go about doing this.
You'll see he presses his hands to the jewel around his neck, and he says something in the language that I don't think anyone here speaks, unless they speak ancient Egyptian, which literally translates to, "Slaves of my will, go forth and see what I wish to see."
What language is that, sorry?
Ancient Egyptian.
Okay.
Because his spirit slaves are ancient Egyptians.
Nice.
Nice.
You know.
So basically, on the Shadowman side, you'll see, but if you can see it, there were three individuals who were standing around him, who are all kind of ghostly, ephemeral ancient Egyptian warriors. He actually has 5 points of spirit slaves, but I only invested in 3 of them, so they'd be more collectively badass.
Yes. Also, quick question. Does Ashura understand ancient Egyptian?
Yes.
Okay, cool. That's just a note in case that
Yeah,
ever comes
it's
up.
the language we actually communicate in.
Okay. And
So we can speak other languages, but it's just because she's basically helped me as a tomb robber for a really long time. Yes, he will dispatch the spirit slaves to Justinopolis Mount to basically do a head count for us.
okay. This will take all but about 10 seconds. Given how quickly wraiths can move across the area. So I do recall, Evan, they can just go poof over there and then poof back.
Yeah, well, yeah, if they're reasonably powerful, they can, and these ones are reasonably, yeah. They can just go
Yeah, it was my understanding that most races can do, or a good portion of races can do that. Yeah, in which case, this doesn't take very long. Yeah, they will. They return to you, and in ancient Egyptian, they recite to you there are 14 in total, look to be 2 coteries divided across the mosque. One has taken residence within the library. Another has taken residence with the with Azir himself. They were in discussions. They seem to be some sort of personal guard for him.
All in all, there were 15 in total, 14 plus your chosen Quar. Yeah.
Hmm.
They are split as thus, and he'll say 7 out of 7. And he will then say, all in all, your passageway in, Your Highness, does not seem to have been compromised. And as to how I do that, he smiles and he simply says, we have our ways.
This will also recount when they say, will also recount to you that when they peeked across the shroud, their wraithly eyes were almost burnt out.
He kind of lets a slight hiss through his lips because he's encountered Faith as an entity before. He doesn't like it very much. He used to have it back in the day, so he's like... And unfortunately, the building has been protected via the fate of man made manifest, which means our particular cause this evening has just magnified in difficulty.
Yes, you may thank the Salubri for that.
I thought they were dead.
Most of them.
But that raises an interesting point. How was it that these Kainites, these 15 strong, are able to stay there quite happily?
Al-Taib himself is a man who always prided himself and his line on their faith. I'm not sure, I'm no scholar on the topic of faith, but it wouldn't surprise me if either Izir or Al-Taib have intervened in some ways to give these misanthropes some degree of blessing or protection.
There's a very obvious sneer.
Yes, depending on one's temperament. The faith of Allah within that building may be more or less problematic. You will feel that the district itself will be unpleasant, if not entirely prohibitive.
Hope none of you are on really evil paths, so this is going to be a wild ride, kids.
I want humanity.
Yay.
A little from column A and a little from column B.
Yeah, Rhodolith isn't going to enjoy this, I think.
Ironically, my road is not evil as fuck. Yes!
Yeah,
We're all gonna die.
but
I'm not on Path of Bones. Fuck.
yeah, if you were, I would have had fun.
So, he cracks his knuckles and he says,
Oh no, the prince was actually
Can
just
you
gonna. The prince was just gonna ask Bastion something. Do you know specifically where they are within the building?
yes. He'll inform us. Some of them are upstairs with the dude Bowie, and some of them are downstairs. Isn't that what he said?
She pauses then and actually thinks for a moment.
And for the price of one major boot, the family of Giovanni will happily spy on anyone you don't like. Just saying.
Wink. Then we'll close on the library first. But I'll need to correct myself. It won't be all of us using the passageway. I'll need at least 3 of you to approach and enter from the front. Head down into the corridors and into the library conventionally.
Memnon will say to the prince, as your loyal hound, my action is yours to dictate. He's just saying, wherever you want me, I'll go.
I've seen your resilience in battle, Menmon. I would ask that you enter from the front of the mosque.
Well, also go wherever you ask me, my prince.
All right, you got it.
Margot, Sebastian, or Septimus, you may accompany me through the passageway. Madeleine, assist your clanmate.
As you wish.
It will be our pleasure.
Brigitte, you'll be accompanying Vatula Sombra.
Okay.
Does anyone want to roll me perception empathy or wits empathy? Or maybe just actually no, this is better. No, this is a much more appropriate dice roll. Wits politics.
Ooh, that's
Who's rolling that?
Anybody who has wits politics.
Bishop does my second quick thinking wit supply.
I have a success. Suck
I
it.
don't have politics.
If you don't have politics, you can't roll.
Can somebody give me the dice room? It's been a while.
Oh damn.
That long? No.
Let me
Does my specialty apply, Bishop, or does it not? Quick thinking.
I'll say yes. I'll just PM you to it, Anthony.
One,
Thank
two,
you.
Is there any other role that we may attempt?
so that's
Nah, it would be politics. This would be politics.
that's a total of 4 successes. I know this bitch. I know this bitch's game.
It's weird that the 2 neonates and the Ancilla with the mixed reputation are heading in from the front, and the Ancilla heading in. The other Ancilla are heading in from the back. Almost as if some figures are being prioritized, like the Primogen and older Canites over younger Canites.
I mean, I choose to point out myself and Septimus will happily sit there drinking red fruit juice. My God, how drink wine on the and watch our fellows die.
It's almost as if Canaanites are assholes and their politics fits them.
For the record, the prince does allow Shura to join Sebastian. She does not throw your bodyguard to the wayside.
I was going to say, like, separating Alamian and her Cappadocians actually really hard to do.
Yeah. But yes. Just that one tidbit.
What Bastian does is he brings out a folded piece of cloth from inside his robe and he hands it to the prince. He's like, "Here, hold this."
She takes it, looks at it strangely, not really sure to make of your gesture.
If she unfolds it, what she'll find is it's ready-made. It's basically 3 pieces of cloth that have been stitched together in a rough facsimile of a door that Bastian has treated with his own blood. The reason he's giving this to her is in case I need to GTFO the prince. Because in order to step into the Shadowlands, I need a doorway made either of chalk or blood. So he's made portables. If necessary, you can push the prince through one.
Yeah, fair enough.
Chris, can I ask you a quick question?
Sure.
Is there any way Memnon could improvise a quick rudimentary spear at the moment? Time allotted.
Um. You have
Even
some.
if it's like a wooden stake with a really sharp point.
You could just get. It's a shop. Oh, you know what? It's a shop. It has general wares. You could pretty easily fashion a spear with like the end of a pitchfork and some like a wooden shaft drawn about.
Okay, do you want me to roll for it?
Sure. Yeah.
Um,
Memon never stops making things. What a guy.
Madeline will ask if anyone going into the front need another sword. She will happily lend them her sword.
Just to make sure, when your flaming sword stops working, it just stops working. It doesn't take like the whole sword out, right? Or does the whole sword be?
Nope. It just means that it doesn't do ag anymore.
Okay.
Yeah, the
She
fire
normally
just goes out. It's still your
Yeah.
sword.
Madeline will go into shadow form, and she will begin to graft onto. Well, she will more or less dissolve into, shadow essentially, and will slip into, the area in general.
Well, so what sort of sword did she give? Is it the bastard sword?
Yeah, it's a bastard sword.
Margot might take it then.
What are you doing, Madeline? Sorry, you're just turning into shadow now.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I did have a question for you, Bishop, because this would be really cool, and I would say you totally could. Can you use the Path of Four Humors, the third dot, the actual Four Humors? Can you use that as a weapons bomb?
One sec. Let me. The third dot or the fourth dot?
The third dot, the one that actually lets you produce the various different humors. Because it says it needs skin contact, so I'd say you could rub it on a weapon. She need an ingestion humor to suffer the effects. Skin contact is all that is required.
Yeah, like I assume it would work like it would effectively be like the quietus discipline, where it would last for like a set amount of time. I'm just gonna take it from quietus itself and see how long the quietus one lasts. Because I know. Let's see. Okay, how does this work? God damn it.
Oh yeah, because the Dark Ages one's really complicated. The Modern Knights one's really simple. I rub it on it. It does ag.
They remain poisoned for amount of attacks equal to the Cainite's initial willpower roll. Okay. I don't have time for this. I'm just going to say, does she have to roll anything for this power? If so, it lasts for a number of attacks equal to the successes in the roll.
She doesn't.
Ah, for Christ's sakes.
I'd say it's only good for one use.
I'll say, yeah. It's good. It's good. It has like a, yeah, it has, well, actually, you know, she has to spend 2 blood points. We'll say it's good for 2 attacks.
That's fair. In that case, he just kind of hands her, he basically just hands her sword and asks for the bilious to be put on it, please.
Okay, everybody sees, Ashura, Sebastian's retainer or ally, cut open her palm with the sword she is given, At which point she begins coating the blade in her own vitae.
I will actually say he'll give her a knife. We'll give her a knife because if she cut herself with my sword, it would do horrible things. Because it's made of horrible things.
To be fair, Road of Lilith.
Valid.
She but she will yeah, she coats her blood, by the way, it's bilious. It's bilious black. It is not red, it's not deoxidized blood, it's just black ichor. Quite similar, Madeline, you recognize, to the tainted blood of some La Sombra who practice abyss mysticism. But yes, she coats Sebastian's weapon in his blood. And
oh, on a side note, remind me, I need to get wine before we go home. Good wine, not bad wine, good wine.
She almost rolls her eyes at that comment.
And Memnon presents this crafted spear to Brigida. He just gives her the tip to stay as far behind us as possible and just keep poking her.
Okay.
I mean, does Brigida even look like she's ready for actual battle? Do you have armor?
I have leather armor, which is concealed under my monk's robes.
Okay, so you have 2 points worth of armor and -1 dex.
Yeah.
Okay, well, Memnon looks you up and down and says, looks like you could need some help, so he gives you the spear since you're on the team.
I don't need a spear,
No, he just made you a spear.
but I don't have a speciality on any spear.
You don't have a specialty in general, you have 3 dots of melee.
Oh yeah, you're right. So yeah, I'll take the spear.
Don't look a gift horse in the mouth, because Memnon gives out a lot of gifts.
Basically, you guys will see Bastian kind of brush his hand over the jewel on his chest again, and he whispers something else. Bishop, because otherwise I don't want Brigitta's kind of my clanmate-ish, maybe. So I'm going to dedicate 2 of my spirit slaves, who are pretty badass, to defending her through this combat.
Okay.
They don't have to care about anybody else. He will specify this, only her.
Okay.
Yes.
Quickly, I believe I know how manifesting works, but if needs must. Because it's noted in the...
Yeah, I was gonna say, they're basically just individually the same as the spirits you threw at us the other night. Just individuals, not a wave of death. Still salty.
Oh. Okay, that's actually pretty simple. Manifesting is actually really simple. Okay. Yeah, in which case, with all that out of the way, the prince will go. Oh then, let us make haste. And be done with this chore of a conflict. And she will lead everybody out to the back of the store, where there is a fairly large carriage waiting to escort you all. Of course, Madeleine, you can just kind of sink into its shadow and hide there.
Mm-hmm.
As he steps in, he's going to start asking people about the local wine sales.
Oh, there is this wonderful shop on the edge of the Merchants District, actually run by by a respected king out of the city.
Oh, and who might that be?
Oh, it's, Master Shadid. He's gotten into the wine-making business.
I am well familiar with Master Shadid. Master Shadid is in every business.
Why, yes, you are quite right. I believe Master Giles also has some investments, but I believe it's something of a more of a commercial endeavor than anything else. Not much of a passion project for him. But yes. How was your journey to the domain,
Oh,
Sir Bastian?
it was quite pleasant, all in all. Considering the fact that, how would I phrase this? We came up, we were moving back across from the Hindu Kush. I was investigating several promising leads, their family interests, you understand.
Oh, yes, quite. In fact, well, I'm sure you're already aware, but a member of your family has already made themselves known in the city. In fact, two did, although I believe one of them's already left, which is unfortunate.
Ah, what a shame. Whom of my respected blood is currently a resident?
Lady Lucretia Giovanni.
Can I roll clan lore on her?
Sure.
Yeah.
She's actually noteworthy.
I was gonna say. But how many Lamians does she have? Sorry.
Well, she currently has at least one.
Is it staked and in her basement? Because that doesn't count.
How many
It totally counts. She has one, okay?
Mm-hmm. 3 successes. Vibrates.
Yeah, she's not infamous per se. She's just a well-respected ancilla. Noted for her mastery over a rather foreign path, the path of the Cenotaph, actually, something a personal project that she's worked on for quite some time. She's the majority of her claim to fame comes from her rather large role in its formation and the knowledge she's acquired from a rather strange bloodline of Cainites that were native to Africa.
Oh, yes, my darling cousin. I shall definitely have to pay her a visit. Which one of us has more clan prestige?
I think now you'd be about even, actually, because she's gained one from her actions here.
Okay, I have 3, so she would probably. But,
Yes.
well, it is ironic. Ironically, I came to Edessa much for the same reason she did, but where she is looking south, I am looking east. It's funny how these things work, isn't it?
Well, it's always good to know that there's someone to cover your bases.
You, as a member of the Clan of Kings, should know better than anyone else, Your Highness. The only people you can trust is family.
Quite so. I appreciate the rather measured amount of trust you've shown me in response then. But how about yourself, Lord Septimus? How has your travel and stay been?
Most pleasant.
You have my condolences for the fate of many of your clanmates within the city.
Those that are meant to rise will rise.
I like him.
Well said. this point, we're going to fast forward a little bit.
To battle.
The carriage does not stop at the mount. Rather, it kind of heads off to. It kind of stops. Kind of halfway into the district itself, at which you will part. From the carriage.
As he steps from the carriage, his one comment is, "Brigitte, that is your name, isn't it?
Yes.
If we live, I'm buying you a better set of clothes."
Sir, that won't be necessary.
Did I say it was necessary? No, you offend my eyes by existing.
Yeah. Barker, when she says, when your character says,
Bastion.
not necessary. No, when Brigitte says it's not necessary, he goes, I think it might be.
Not
Oh my.
really.
The prince kind of looks at her own rather pragmatic attire, and then just kind of looks at Sebastian, then silently judges him for approximately half a second.
Just
If it
watching
helps,
this, just a frank oh my.
If it helps, Your Highness, I personally enjoy your rather windswept look. Yes, that's what they're going to be calling it.
Why, thank you.
You're welcome.
She smiles again, and is no longer judging you.
Just for reference, Memnon's shadow seems weird, but yeah.
Oh yeah, you've gone into my okay.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Brigitte is indifferent to their judgment. These are worldly things.
Damn bloody right there.
So let us go. Memnon, I expect you to lead well.
I don't. That spells our death. I have no choice but to lead well.
Coming from the clan of it, I can assure you, death is always an option. He gives no context and just starts walking.
Good luck. I will see you within the library. And at this point, yes, the two groups will split apart. The young neonates and the dubious Ancilla. Actually, no. The answer is in Margot's shadow. Are you just sneaking along with Margot?
He's in Memnon.
Memnon.
Memnon. Okay, sorry. Completely messed that up. Bloody M's. I blame the M's. And all the Cappadocians have names beginning with B. What the fuck?
Well,
Anyway, alliteration of names aside. Yes, the Menmon, your group. We'll just call them Menmon's group. Your group begins heading towards the mount from the front. It actually, you've been here. I think you've been here a few times now. It exists at the top of a rather large hill, hence why it's called a mount. It's a top of mount, as it were. A mosque that, being of an architectural mind, you can tell was once a separate structure, was once a different structure, served a different faith but a similar purpose. The exterior of it is actually quite large and quite easy on the eyes. Sort of courtyard, I guess you'd call it. Has rather large stone steps that have been well looked after. Some of them are a little bit chipped at this point, just because of the age of the building, and the sheer number of people that cross over these steps every day. But you can see also as you move up to the entrance, there is how to say it? There's small rectangular pools, as if to just kind of accentuate the area's aesthetic.
Mhm.
And the doors themselves are quite larger than any one person.
Are the doors made out of metal or wood? If you can tell.
A wood reinforced with metal.
Okay.
You can see light emanating from the building.
So the steps are devoid of human life, or at least anybody. Yeah, is anyone on the steps at all?
Not on the steps, but you can tell there are people inside the building.
Okay. So we can get as close to the building as the doors without being spotted.
Yeah, you can get fairly close to the library doors without getting spotted. It is kind of far. It is a little bit into the building. You need to go down a couple corridors. There's not really anywhere to hide in the corridor itself. It's just a straight pathway down. To be honest, I would just say it's really kind of impossible to hide. It's a corridor. If people are walking down it, unless you have obfuscate, they will see you.
Okay, but we can enter the building itself without being seen up to that point.
Yes, the mosque is open. The mosque is always open.
Okay.
If you haven't already spent willpower for your Vengeful 4, please do so.
Oh, right.
Because it's literally a testament to everything you hate.
Oh, on a side note, when do people on the funky path start feeling funky shit?
Yes, all of you have felt ill at ease within the district. You have felt not nauseous, but it's just sort of it's when you just feel a little bit under the weather, and you feel your beast is a little bit on edge. It doesn't feel nice to be here. It feels your beast, and by extension yourselves are all distinctly anxious. If you're going to enter the building, though, let's see. Truly evil shenanigans. Let's see. Anybody on the road of the beast, Lilith, Metamorphosis, Sin, or the Road of Bones? As you enter the building, can you please roll me courage at a difficulty of 8?
My love.
Can I spend a willpower?
Yes.
Then I will.
I figured Memnon was just gonna have to go in alone.
Yes, if you're on the Road of Kings, actually, I'll say everybody else still has to roll courage, but everybody not on those roads rolls it at difficulty 5.
I spent the willpower as well.
If you're on the Road of Heaven, either Path of the Prophet 7 or Humanity 7, you don't have to roll at all.
Okay.
I have two.
Because you're a decent human being.
One
Okay.
success.
I have 3 successes.
Okay, yeah. Your respective beasts leap out at you, but you control them. They're trying to push you away from this place. This place is a bit awkward to move through. The air is unnaturally thick. Kind of like, it's almost like you're in gale force winds, but there isn't really any real breeze to speak of. The air is quite still. Those heading through the passage will actually find that find that this is less the case. But this is the Menmon's group by and large. No, the courage roll is legit, but
Okay.
the thematic effects are less pronounced. Because the passageway you're going through is largely disused.
Would I be able to cover some people moving through with the darkness, or would the darkness just be quickly identified instead?
Pardon?
Can I cover people with my form so they're not getting spotted?
It's not obfuscate, right? Like, there's not really any place for you to hide other than in somebody's shadow. Like, if you try and loom over somebody to cover them, that person, then it's going to look like there's an amorphous black mass that looks...
That's what I thought. Just checking.
That looks like, yeah, some shadowy thing.
It would be freaky though.
It would be a flagrant breach of silence. You can hide in somebody's shadow and be largely okay.
Yeah, I'm still hiding in Menmon's shadow.
Okay.
One success on that courage roll, by the way.
Yeah. But yes, as you make your way through, we'll just quickly cover those. We go through the passageway. The passageway actually exists. Actually, directly under, not anywhere really particularly near Justinopolis Mount. It's actually at the bottom of the mount itself, off to the left-hand side, quite a distance away from it, like a good few hundred meters. You are largely following a set of stairways that go up, then have a sharp turn, then go up again. It's a fairly grim, dark tunnel, and more than a few rodents have made their homes here. But the prince doesn't really seem to care. It is quite dark. So unless you have heightened senses, you're going to have difficulty seeing. But I believe everybody here who's actually going through does.
Yes, Mago activated heightened senses.
Yes. So you can see it's still really dark because once the hatchway to the once the covering to the passageway is closed, there is basically no natural light to speak of, other than any you make for yourselves. So Auspex doesn't actually do much to help, but it does enough so that you can at least see vaguely where you're going. The prince seems to know, seems to be the most informed and the most confident in how she's moving. Most likely because she's been here before. 1 second. As you make your way out through the passageway, you finally reach a door, which the prince opens. She just opens it casually. And you find yourself in a fairly open space, which almost looks like it was once a private library. You see emptied bookshelves. You smell the scent of dried blood. You see rows of shelves and small hooks in the walls where things may have been, well, hanging from. And you can see a bit of shattered glass. A bit of shattered glass on one of the desks. Sebastian, do you have Shroud Sight active right now?
I can pop it on. 2 seconds. I get Shroud Sight from like 3 things. I love how Necromancer just repeats itself constantly. Perception plus awareness.
You do have sharp sight? Well, you do now. And now you're gonna get it again.
Well,
And
hey,
again.
you're not supposed to follow all the paths.
It's Evan. He doesn't do what he's supposed to do.
Can I just point out that getting all necromancy rolls at -2 is amazing. I fucking love that merit. And yes, 5. He pops on the shroud side. You'll hear him mumbling in Latin because you actually have to give a. Believe it or not, kids, fun fact I found out: all Thaumaturgy actually has a verbal component, so you actually have to mumble something or say something.
Mumble.
Well,
You see that some of what was on these bookshelves actually had reflections from the Shadowlands.
Huh.
And the glass, the shattered glass, also has a reflection in Shadowlands.
So, what books did they destroy? Bear in mind, it's only destroyed things that show up in the Shadowlands. It's kind of bimble up to one of the bookshelves and have a look-see. Were they burning books?
No, not burnt. Torn apart. They are books of necrotic knowledge, and they're actually pretty. They're actually a brief look at one of the pages, because some of them are open. Is fairly complex, actually, even by your standards. It's very thorough. Whoever once owned or ran this place was either a very informed individual or a very skilled necromancer.
He very casually walks. He very casually takes a notebook out. You can see he's walking through. He's going to scribble down all the names because, by God, Bishop, I'm going to do that ritual and I'm going to go on a shopping spree. But he's like, they've been destroying a number of books. How tragic! They barely had a chance to be read. Oh.
Oh, if I recall, I believe the Cappadocian used this place as a private library once.
Would that have been Benedictus or somebody else?
No, I believe it was. Oh, I should get his name up. Yes, Portuguese man, I believe. Padre Jose.
Oh, so tragic. They've destroyed so many interesting volumes.
Interesting. Not like a Tremere to destroy books. He struck me as a very scholarly gentleman. He underwent a very... yes, he underwent a very tragic accident at one point, but I can't really recall it. Other than that, he was never one for public events, but he more or less just disappeared from the public eye after the fact.
What was this person's name?
Padre Jose Perez. I believe he still is in the city, he just never shows up to social affairs, very reclusive man.
How far are we from the I believe they were upstairs in a library, but I don't think it was this library.
No, this is literally like its own secret chamber.
Yeah.
You're not actually even on the correct floor for the secret library yet. You'd be
Wait,
at the
does
basement
this mean that Justinopolis Mount used to be Cappadocian clan domain?
Yes.
Can we have it back?
Tell you what. You kill either Octave, Herman, or Tabris for me, and I'll give it all to you.
Deal. I like how she still added Tabris in there.
Mm-hmm.
Bitch.
Fuck him. Fuck him. But yeah, no. She'll just begin leading you up to up the next set of stairs, because it's basically just a small sort of chamber. The bookshelves are kind of aligned. They're curved bookshelves that kind of form a small circle. And they kind of have a small opening where you can just walk through them, through to the other door, which begins taking up the this time a circular set of stairs. They wind. She'll say, "We'll want the others to enter before engaging ourselves."
He taps his whatchamacallit, the gem on his breastplate again. He just says the last remaining ghostly servant who's pottering along behind him. Go downstairs and let us know when the others have entered. Thank you.
Chris, can I roll for that thing? I PM'd you.
Oh, one sec. Yes, you can.
Okay.
I have about 70 books open.
Up to you on difficulty.
We'll just treat it like how most magic paths work. So it's like the level of the path plus 3. So it'll be 4.
Okay, so that's 3 successes by my count.
Okay, so you can look around for 3 scenes. Good job, you.
Hear, taste, see, and smell.
Okay, so you perceive. You actually perceive like about 12.5 people in the library. There's the librarian themselves, and what appears to be a large set of scholarly figures. They're kind of all scattered around the room. Many of them are just tending to books, reading. 3 are actually at the desk and are actually writing. They seem to actually be transcribing other works. You notice a couple that are just seem to be walking around, not really doing much, which is almost like they're patrolling, but there's not many of them, just like a couple, really.
This power also confounds optics.
No one is obfuscated from this area.
So just so you don't have to repeat yourself, Chris, he will just repeat what he hears, sees, and smells to the prince and to Sebastian.
Hello.
Pretty much a rough approximation of what's happening, like all around us simultaneously. Also, how it tastes, which is odd.
Well.
Oh, you did that. Oh.
Yes.
Oh, interesting talent. Well, I'm sure that the forward group will be able to protect the silence.
I hope so too.
I'd really rather not take the blunt approach to this. She kind of says in a state of mild irritation.
But we won't be startled or surprised. It's in our favor.
Bastion is currently picking his fingernails with a basically a nail file. He's actually filing his nails.
I think at this point the Ancilla and the older Canaanites that are in this passageway are probably just going to engage in some light small talk.
Essentially.
Lord Septimus, I must say, I love your shoes.
I like your hair. So stylish.
Would you mind just takes the helmet off? But my hair.
We can't see Margot's hair to compliment it, to be fair.
You saw it before.
I'm sure your hair is beautiful right now. But yes, we're going to move to the forward group. You're entering the library. Never mind.
You do. Mm-hmm.
So, you see largely as described before. More or less entirely monastic figures, or scholarly figures. There's the librarian, who's kind of off in his own, he has his own sort of desk that's kind of cut away from everybody else. He appears to just be sitting there. You have three men seemingly transcribing other works. With two men who just seem to be walking around, not really doing much useful. And everybody else just seems to be tending to reading books. There's about 12.5 figures here, which is more than the amount you were told, unless everybody is here. About half of the people here are just regular mortals.
Question. The corridor that we came through, how wide is it? Like, how many people standing shoulder to shoulder could fit in that corridor?
You know what? It's reasonably large. About 4 or 5 people could get out all at once.
And how much lighting is there? Like, I mean, like, do they have like candelabras, or is everybody walking around with their own candle? What's lighting like?
There are a few sconces, but they're very sparse. A lot of people using candlelight. The fire control seems to be a big thing here. So lighting is dim. Some parts of the library can't even be seen. Unless you use all specs.
Lemnon's gonna ask Brigida in whispers if she can determine if any of these people here are mortal, any ones that she can see.
Unfortunately, I don't have that ability yet.
Well, I guess some people are gonna die.
Yeah. Well, that happened.
I like how we just instantaneously gave up, and now it's just like, oh, my mom's just like, oh, there I go, kill him again.
As
well,
long as you don't destroy the books,
honestly, it is a mod.
I have no objection.
I cannot guarantee the safety of these books over the lives of Canaanites. If I have to burn this place to the ground, I will.
burn this place to the ground, and I'll burn you.
I'll see what the
Oh
prince has to say about
dear.
that.
Oh, that's it. Hey, bear in mind, Bishop, I said defend Brigitte. That could get really funny.
I'm on the road of bones. I cannot allow a place of knowledge to be destroyed, you know.
I know. There you go. Back in character.
Well, then I'll say, if we are lucky to survive, we can have our squabble later. But as of right now, there's an objective we have to resolve.
Let's do this then.
Although I do not wish to fight in a fiery inferno, that is the last option. But do be aware, there is a strong presence of fire that makes up for the lack of lighting. And I'm guessing Madeline can, just hear Memnon speak normally. I don't know if he can hear her speak.
Well, I mean, depending on what Chris would say, is Madeline able to communicate or say something very, very lowly so that only Memnon could hear, given their proximity, or?
Well, I have heightened senses. You can whisper. I can hear.
You can whisper something to them, I'm sure.
Yeah, Madeline would whisper something to the effect of, "You use all methods to get them out without starting a fight just yet. These are not the people we are after."
So is this a rescue mission, or are we trying to destroy our enemy?
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
Hmm? I'm sorry, Pete. What was that?
No, I was just saying that she hears it with heightened senses.
Yeah,
She
fine.
asked in
So
the
it's
chat.
like she can easily hear it. Yeah, she doesn't need to roll for that.
So Bishop, just for comedic purposes, he's basically going to stroke the gem and summon back that one servant who died. So he's going to say, "What the hell is taking them so long? They're fucking around, sir. God damn it!"
One of them is threatening the other one. Something may or may not happen.
Madeline will whisper, try to have Margot lead the way and have her do the talking, perhaps.
I told them to kill the Bruja, not each other.
Oh, is
thought
Nelson
they had-
BRB or what? Nelson is gone. Oh, okay. That's why.
Okay. So
No, I'm here.
Madeline
Sorry.
would. Oh, okay. Madeline would literally whisper, "Perhaps Margot should do the talking."
Aren't we separated right now, though?
Margot's in the secret passageway.
Yeah, she's
What?
with our group. Yeah.
I thought she was sent with us.
No,
No.
it's just
Yeah.
the three of us.
I'm one of the important ones.
We are expendable.
You're
Oh, yeah,
getting
I
a
know.
play-by-play right now. Apparently, they're doing what they're doing. Nothing's getting done. It looks like they're about to fight. I'm not sure.
Wait, I've got a gif for this.
Damn the mission. Apparently, I'm not sure.
Oh. Okay. So I mean, at this point, Memnon would just ask Madeline if she could drop the shroud and just get the fight starting, because I'll let God sort out all these fucking people. I ain't got time for this shit. I really fucking don't. I really do not have time for humanity, books, And people want to say, "Oh, but we can't kill those. We can't burn that." No, I'm done. Let's just start going.
Whoa.
I like thinking at this point, Ashura and Bastion have literally just settled in for a spirited game of Go Fish.
Yeah, what you've probably done at this point is you probably just walked back down the stairs, just pulled out the table in the secret like private chamber, and you've just like at this point they're just kind of like having a general just good old chat.
You see Bastion
So,
just kind
friends,
of
it looks
puttering
like
around the library, picking up books that no one else can see, and putting them on bookshelves no one else can see.
Well, Your Grace, Primogen, and Sebastian. It looks like there they go, killing again.
Wait, killing each other or killing the people they're meant to be killing?
Someone's about to be set on fire. I'm not too sure.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Why has there always got to be fire?
Man,
I don't
what's
know.
your power? Menmon, what's your power?
Oh, my willpower. Right now it's at 7. To spend.
Okay, someone's giving you a phone call.
I go on through.
Ring, ring, banana phone.
Once again, I really like to think of it. It always appears in the side of your vision. I love thinking it always appears in the side of your vision like undead Skype. You know?
Hello, Moto.
So, yeah, Menmon, you feel someone reaching into your mind. They don't ask for permission. They just kind of spend the
They're
willpower
just kind of
points from you.
here because that's the way Path of Kings works.
Yeah. And the feminine voice just says, "So have you gotten the mortals out of the library, or are we going to have to do that for you?"
Wait, who's asking that? You broke up for a second. Or
Oh,
can
you just hear the prince's voice in your head.
Memnon will say that he does not have the capability of getting the mortals out without being seen and at the same time fighting these Bruja or whoever our enemies are right now. He'll tell her how many people he sees in there.
I know how many people are in there.
Then he'll just give her the suggestion that
You're an inventive man, Menmon. You have dominate. Separate them. Find out who's who.
out of character, Chris, is our presence expected to be in here? Like, could we just waltz in here and be like, "Hey, we're here checking out books and stuff"? Like,
does anybody here have? Well, actually, does anybody currently inside have outspoken heretic?
No.
Nope.
Okay, good.
This is a Dark Ages game, Chris. No.
That's a 4.4 you can take, and I've seen people take it. It's fine.
That's like an 8-point flaw. Stop that.
On a side note, at this point, the Go Fish game now includes Septimus and includes, Mergo. It's fine.
You're a hound. Investigate. Isolate and destroy.
fair enough.
At the very least, draw them away from the back of the library.
Madeline, while sitting there, she's going to use Auspex and just going to have a look at the auras just to see if there is anything she can discern.
Thank you,
Oh,
teammate.
my rolls are following me and haunting me. I still have some of that Emily luck from last night. I do have 2 successes.
You do have 2 successes, and you're looking for canine auras, yes?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. You scan everybody in the room. You see that the men transcribing books found mortal. The librarian is a ghoul. about two of the there are a couple of book readers off in the corner, not too far away from people transcribing books. Actually, are entirely also mortal. The rest are Canaanites, including the two people just kind of wandering around the room aimlessly.
This information will be whispered to Memnon.
In fact, at this point, they've just stopped patrolling the room and they're just looking at you.
Here we go, killing again.
Okay.
And actually, one of them is just going to walk out of the room.
On a side note, hang on.
Is he passing us?
Yes. It depends. Are you in the doorway or anywhere close to it? Like, are you directly in that path line?
Memnon would try to be like hiding a little bit, not being obvious about everything.
Yeah, no, he's going to unless you directly stop him, he's just going to walk straight past you. He just looks like an imam, fairly youngish imam.
Memnon will reach out and stop him, and he'll kindly stop him, and using Dominate, ask him if he could take with him, pointing out the two mortals that were book readers, if he could take them out with him.
Okay.
I mean, if you want me to better phrase it, I can.
No, you can roll, but he's actually going to try and contest it.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, he's going to try and avoid your gaze and roll willpower.
By the way, Lord Septimus, does your realization flow both ways or just one way?
Always.
So does that mean that
Goldfish.
you can inform? Does that mean you can inform the individual fuckwittery downstairs about something that they might want?
What message would you like to deliver?
Well, we are currently standing in one of the holiest places in Islam, and one of the holiest places in the city, definitely. If there's a whole bunch of bloodshed down there and everything is broken up tomorrow, we're gonna be in the shit.
That is why I'd hope to avoid open confrontation.
For success, by the way. If it's above difficulty 4.
Chris, you wanted to roll his willpower?
Just checking something real quick. Yeah, they get to roll difficulty 4. Well, how many successes did you get?
4 success.
Okay, no, you do. The command in their mind is very limp, but it's fair, so you succeed.
Hey.
And they will quickly turn around and begin escorting the mortals out. The Dominate isn't so strong that they're going to go full ball on it, though. So they're going to start bickering with the mortals.
Fair enough. Give me a few minutes, and I'm really sorry because there's an scheduled restart for my computer. Oh, I have no choice.
That's fine. How many mortals are you getting them to take out, by the way?
Just whoever Memnon could identify as mortal, or was told was mortal.
Okay, so all of them. All right.
Septimus will relay the information. Chris, let me know if you want me to roll again.
No, you can keep that up for 3 successive scenes. Unless, what else are you trying to do?
No, nothing. He's just basically relaying information as is going on around him.
Oh yeah,
and that the people are leaving. He'll also ask if he wants you, if the prince wants him to deliver a message or not.
No, I've connected my mind to Menmon. Oh,
As
I
you
should
wish.
mention before I forget. Don't worry about the librarian. I believe he's Lucretia's ghoul.
Huh?
Yeah, so the librarian is very much in the know in regards to the situation. In fact, they've been quite helpful. But yes, perhaps we should get some move on. Looks about things are about to finally get moving.
On a side note, I like this office. I think I'll take this office. Put down some nice plugs, put down some nice rugs, some new bookshelves. I think it'd be lovely.
Could use a bit of sprucing up.
Some dusting wouldn't hurt.
Yes, you didn't exactly leave it in the best state. You know, at least thought you would have cleaned it up, but no, I suppose not.
Yeah.
For the record, I do appreciate how, for the neonates, this is like a mystery scene, and for the ancilla, it's basically a social.
To be fair, it's about to get violent AF on both sides.
Yes.
Hooray! By the way, Madeleine, Brigitte, you notice something. When the Bruja begins to bicker over the mortals, and begins not dragging them out, but forcefully convincing them. You notice that some of the other scholars are just taking torches off the sconces.
Whee!
And they will just stand by the bookshelves, but far enough away as to not like risk dropping the torch right next to it. But they will stand by them, and they'll just wait very expectantly. One of them even does that like eyebrow raise, as if to say hello. They all smile quite, how to say, enthusiastically at you. And the librarian is literally just sitting there. He just sees the situation developing and has not actually moved from his spot. He appears to be writing something, but it's not immediately clear what he's doing.
What language is it?
It's Arabic.
You can read that.
He's literally taking notes of the situation and of the two Cainite groups about to face off.
He'll let. Okay.
He's noting their descriptions. Any he personally knows, like he writes down, for example, he notes Menmon by name.
Oh dear.
The other two, I don't believe he knows you well enough to name you.
I mean, Margot is big, like a big armored figure right now.
Margot's not in the room.
Oh, I thought you
So
were.
it would be really hard for him to notice you.
Yeah. So he's
Oh, with that
currently-
stealth. Let's go with stealth.
and once he's done describing everybody, he actually starts to draw faces. He's actually quite good at it.
Oh dear. I let the prince know.
Oh, you've
have
got
a-
to be fucking kidding me.
Yeah. It looks like he knows Mom by name.
Oh, that's not surprising. If I recall, the librarian is Lucretia's ghoul.
Ah, cousin.
Hmm.
Don't kill that one. Actually, please tell them not to kill that one. We'll be very put out if they kill that one.
He's been quite useful.
Yeah, intimating if they break him, I break them. Can we have that transferred, please?
Yes.
Thank you. I swear to God, I'll have you haunted from here to Zanzibar, and don't think I won't.
Shakes my head.
Do you tell, by the way? Do you tell the prince that one of them is heading out of the library?
Yes.
Okay, that actually does cause a very strong reaction from Chimera.
Wait, they're letting one leave.
One
They're
is
using-
definitely
they're using it-
leaving.
They're using it to take the mortals out. Okay, we need to move because otherwise Azir is going to get away.
And I'm back. Sorry about that.
Septimus will begin pitting a bit of a brisker walk.
1 moment, I can fix this.
Okay.
She's going to make a check. She has to now spend 2 more willpower points. She's not going to enjoy this. Okay, that is... Okay, her body falls limp to the ground.
Bastion does that sweep in to catch, like, what?
And she needs to spend another willpower point, and Lamel, she's going to roll her 10 dice. Oh, yeah. She will actually spend a willpower point to appear to you before she just does this. I won't be able to join you. I'll have to keep that Bruja from brawling his ear.
From what?
Once again, Bastion. So Bastion says, "Do you wish us to We'll bring your body with us. I think that might be best in case we need to make a speedy escape."
Yes, or maybe your retainer could watch over me.
Very good. He gives a head gesture for her to pick her up.
And then she flies off astrally. She disappears from your view.
Ugh, I actually have to engage in fisticuffs. Oh.
I think that's 1, 2, 3. Yeah, she spent 4 willpower points. This is not going to be fun.
On a side note, guys, I'm just saying we could diablerize the prince.
It's just like instantly. Hey, wait.
You can trust us. 2 seconds later.
Anywho,
I will not comment on that. I have bad record.
then that Bruja does escort everybody out of the room.
As soon as there is no mortals in sight, Madeline is gonna materialize. Probably she's gonna do that just outside the room, so she's not seen. But
They play with their torches. They're kind of waiting for you to do something. They just smile at you. It's a fairly smug look. One of the priestly figures, Madeleine, he has the torch. Madeleine, he actually gives you with that smug look.
Right.
He simply says, "Would you like to read with us, my child?"
But he's Muslim, right?
Mm-hmm.
Does he seem to know me, or is it just?
No.
Well, I passed the. Yeah.
Come now, my child. There is no need to be so irate.
I'm actually just waiting for Memnon because he's the one leading.
Sorry,
Mm-hmm.
sorry about all that. What was the last thing you did, Pete?
Madeline has just materialized.
And
She's
one
not
of
a
the
shadow form anymore.
one
And
of the
she's been
figures-
taunted by a guy.
Yeah, he's basically saying, like, "Would you like to read with us, my child?" There's no need to be so irate as she succeeds at her fancy roll. And they're just playing with the torches. They've actually taken some of the torches off the sconces while this has been happening.
And spending blood.
Okay, so it looks like they're about to attack us, or are they just like casually coming towards us?
When all the mortals have been gone for at least a minute, they will start heading towards you. Come now, please. This is no place for such cruel and violent action. Think of this. Think of the destruction to the city's knowledge.
Well, I agree that would be a shame. I have my orders. And yeah, Memnon will raise his shield, draw a sword, and should we go for initiative?
You care so little for the holiness of this place. That statement comes across as a lot more derisive and serious.
Memnon is like way too busy with other things to care about some books, man. Like, really? He's a stressed out dude.
Okay, everybody roll initiative.
Ah, fuck.
Because the group at the back inside the secret passageway, you're going to get a free surprise round. But roll your initiative now so we can make a list.
Hey,
I don't know
Bishop,
what you're doing, Bruce, but there's coming some weird noises from your end.
I have a legit question. Actually,
There we go.
can I ask the prince a question before she leaves?
She's already gone, I'm afraid.
I might have one of my servants hop on her body. I totally can. Tempting.
Do it.
No,
YOLO.
I would essentially control the Prince of Edessa.
It hasn't stopped you before, is all I'm saying.
It hasn't. You know, no, this is the first scene with this character. I'm not going to hit the YOLO button yet, but God knows I will.
I dropped out. What did I miss? I apologize.
An astral form that's wandering out there, looking to murder fuck you for the action. But yes, you could, and I'd hate you.
Would you really, though?
I mean, I'd be entertained, but yes.
Okay, I'm not going to do it yet. Maybe, depends.
Okay, so Brigitte actually gets off to a good start. I'm going to roll for this entire lot. There's currently, yes, Menmon, you do actually see the other Bruja heading back inside.
Mm-hmm.
But it's going to be a couple turns before he actually gets here. So,
Are we all rolling initiative? I
Yeah,
apologize.
we'll-
I fell out.
Yeah, we're all rolling.
yeah.
Christine, what's Brigitte's dex?
3.
Okay, I go before Brigitte.
There we go.
So who's going? I think is it Brigitte or
Bastion goes before Brigitte.
okay.
Oh, the cappies are all the same. How cute.
8, 14.
You're on 14.
Yes.
Anthony?
Mhm.
I think you're on the same with the Cappadocians. So what's your dex?
3 right now.
Oh, wow. I just read something that's stupidly fucked up. Huh. Continue. Sorry, I'm going to say that when it happens, but it's stupidly fucked up.
It's
Oh, sorry,
Nelson. It's
Anthony,
Nelson
Anthony, what's your dex?
3.
Okay, I go before Anthony in the many, many 14s.
Let's see. +8. Oh wow. Oh god, Rouge group go first. They are acting as individuals though, and just having them all roll the same initiative. Because there's 7 of them. And one of them isn't even going to get an attack this turn. Version 15. There we go. Margot goes before them. Okay. Right. So basically, the group can decide when it wants. So basically, the group in the passage they can decide whenever they individually want to do a surprise action. So if any one person takes a surprise action without the rest of the group, everybody loses their surprise action. So ultimately, it's best if you go once. Because once they're elected to one of you, they're elected to all of you.
I didn't catch any of that. You were breaking up.
And other people are making noises. So.
Yeah.
Did anybody catch that though?
No.
Yes. He said that basically us in the corridor get to make a surprise. Or is it us or them?
No, us.
Yeah.
We can make a single surprise action, but only one of us can make it.
Only one of you can make it if you decide to go individually. You can all go at once, in which case all of you get a surprise action. But if you can't stagger it, because once they're elected to one of you, they're elected to all of you.
I'm going to suggest that you let Bastion take the surprise action, and the reason I say this is because I can do something, but it's a huge AoE effect, and if you all burst in with me, it might kill you all.
Do your thing. Go for broke.
Go for broke?
Yeah.
Okay. Bishop, I will take the surprise action.
So Margot holds her action.
Okay. What you doing? You can easily the door itself. It's a cute little mechanism where you basically you move it. What it does is that it opens up the wall like a door. There's actually a desk built into it. All you're doing is you're effectively unlocking a mechanism on the desk.
Alright.
It's completely hollow, so it's actually really light.
Basically, he's going to ask his ghost friend to basically say how because they were all gathered around listening to someone talk. Are they still all gathered around listening to someone talk?
What, the Bruja?
Yeah.
They're kind of off in little groups of 3.
All right. In that case, what he's going to do is he's going to trip the door. He's going to spend blood for potence. So he's going to potence leap into the room.
Mm-hmm.
And Bishop, I spend 3 willpower to activate Purge the Apostate's Soul.
Okay, let me...
It's on page 59 of Tome Secrets.
Gotta do some purging.
You want to drown me in reading?
I read the book, Bishop. I'll read it out. The player spends 3 points of willpower and rolls intelligence plus theology, difficulty 8. 6 for me. Haha. While the necromancer is in the presence of at least 1 wraith, blah, blah, blah. Failure results in nothing happening. A botch reverses the effect onto the vampire. Each success inflicts a level of aggravated damage on the soul of the wraith and anyone else in a 10-meter, 11-foot radius of the necromancer, mortal or undead. For every health level lost by a wraith, a slosh pool of ectoplasm is produced. That's not really important. The use of this power, blah, 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 and then it just says how people consider this power to be similar to Burning Touch.
So does
So
Bastion
basically,
and Beyond
everything in a 10-meter radius takes this damage. And a really fucked up point, it's aggravated damage to their soul.
Oof.
Does Bastion go surprise, motherfucker?
No. All right. So he rolls as he kicks open the door and leaps into the middle of the room as blackness swirls around him. And he simply says as he lands, "Behold the power of a true god." And I roll. So he has 5 intelligence. He has 4 theology. He has a 4th rank memento de morte. So that is 13 dice.
Man, your race must fucking love you, huh? And
My
yes.
wraiths suffer.
And yes.
My wraiths suffer for a cause. That is all.
And it cannot be soaked since it's the soul?
No,
I mean,
it's Fortitude. You can always soak aggravated damage.
yeah, no, you can. There are only, unless it specifically says unsoakable aggravated damage, which is really rare.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've only seen it come up like 3 places.
Do you realize that you can potentially kill like 2 PCs right now, right?
That's why I jumped into the room.
Okay. Just saying.
Like I cleared that distance in a potence jump. That's why he said, "I'll take the surprise action."
Yeah, but I don't think we're long enough away from him. But
everything in the room takes 9 aggravated damage.
Ow.
Not you guys. You're outside the room.
We're outside right now.
Are we in the room?
No.
uh,
Actually, I don't know. Bishop, are they in the room?
They're in the library.
Are we going into a... Sorry, this is something that has confused me. Are we going into a different library or the same library?
no, you're killing at least one of us now. But that's fine.
You're in the grand. You're like with one giant, like the little mini private library you were in. That was like a secret chamber that was connected to the passageway you were going through.
Okay, because I thought that we were making an alpha strike to get the guys who were upstairs.
You're making an alpha strike. No, because the little mechanism, the secret door connects directly to the library. That's why we were waiting. That's why like the prince is waiting on them.
Okay. In that case, the one thing that I would like to have done different, because I completely brain spaced that, is he will have sent one of his wraiths to potter into the room, and they can do this without manifesting, particularly if it's a Giovanni Ghoul, and he would have asked the one Giovanni Ghoul to go and stand next to the opposite wall. He's the one I care about.
Wait, so we're still doing 9 ag damage to everybody in the room?
Would he not? Well, it's to be fair, it's 9 damage to everyone in a 10-meter radius. Are they in a 10-meter radius?
Depends on how you position your wraith. You can position your wraith so that it's between you and the Brujar, rather than between the Brujar and the other characters. That way you could hit, because this library is really big, you could make it so that it only hits the Brujar.
Yeah, we'll only hit the Bruja.
Okay. Yeah,
And everyone freaked out when I pulled out my sword. Jeez.
Yeah.
Because I think that would have killed Brigitte just instantaneously. Just saying.
No, it would have killed some of the other characters. Brigitte actually stands a chance because she can soak a fortitude.
I would have survived because I did soak 3 of it. So, yay!
Anywho, they're going to roll the. Actually, no, they take. Sorry, so they take 9 ag. I'm seeing 8 successes on the roll.
I burned an additional willpower.
So you burned 4 willpower.
Yep, in 1 action.
Okay. Yep. That's 9 ag. You ash. So Jesus Christ, what happens is, yeah, you see Sir Bastian speak. There is an explosion of necrotic energy that blights the entire space, evaporating the Brujar. But then almost imploding again. You have Shroud set up, Sebastian. The necrotic energy is literally forced right back into the Shadowlands.
He was kind of expecting the Faith to do that. He was like, But yes, you literally just see him reap out, and then everything is dead as he stands up and brushes himself off.
I'm also going to roll this place's true faith rating now. Okay, Sebastian, can you soak me 1 level of aggravated damage?
Yes, I can.
It's true faith, so you get to roll fortitude, but you can't automatically soak.
Yes,
Okay,
yes, I can. At which point, you see Bastion flex his hand as he says, I care nothing for the faith of a false god. And he flicks his wrist. I'm surrounded by several piles of ash and smiling. People smile. We're smiling now. Smile. Smiling faces.
There's 3 other Brujar in the room.
Oh. Hello.
They're going to act now. So one of them's going to hit you. Oh. He doesn't like you.
I deserve everything he brings to my face.
Yeah, he's going to... He's hitting you with a torch. Okay, so he's striking you with a torch. He's going to spend for both... Yeah, he's going to spend for 2 celerity. He's going to spend for 2 potence. He's going to also increase his... Actually, no, he doesn't need to increase his stats because they're already maxed, because it was like at least like a minute or 2 before this actually kicked off. So he's max. Or everything's at 5. You'd be hungry if you were max.
How many did I just evaporate, Bishop, by the way?
You evaporated just under half of them.
Hooray.
So let's see. Okay, let's see. 5 plus 1 is 6, plus 3 is 9. There's 2 potents. Ooh, take 6 fire ag.
Oof. All right, I soak with my armor and with my fortitude.
Yes.
One, two, three, four, five. He soaks 5 of it.
Okay. Can you roll me courage real quick because you're being burned? Unless you're
I
assuming that you're right. Yeah. While you do that, I'm going to move to the next bruiser. He's going to hit.
It's typically separate being burned, isn't it?
Yes.
I'm good.
Okay. Let's see. This one's also going to hit you because you're terrifying.
5.
Oh shit! This one does 8 ag. And the other one's going to try and hold the rest of the group, so he's just going to attack whoever's at the head, which I'm assuming is Menmon. Okay.
Ooh, I felt that one.
Oh yeah, he sticks it like it smashes. His potence is real, and it smashes through your armor, and the torch is firmly embedded in your chest.
Ow, 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 ow. Lamian, drop the prince, do something, drop the prince.
What am I looking at, Chris?
You're seeing, so you literally saw Sebastian evaporate half the Bruiser in the room before 2 of them turned on him and have almost torpid him. But the next one's going for you. And it's 60-10. Okay, this one deals 5 levels of aggravated to you, Memon.
Can I soak with my armor? Because that's
You can soak
fire.
up your armor and any fortitude you might possess. It is a torso attack. If it's a called shot, I will call it. So.
Wait, I'm sorry. What?
If
You could ignore armor by hitting your head, but he hit for your torso, so your armor applies.
Oh, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 ag. 4. That's 4 armor and 2 fortitude, so yeah, 4 success. On the soak. 4 success on the soak.
Nice. So you actually soak almost all of it. Can you roll me courage real quick? Because he does deal a single ag level to you.
Sure.
And burning is roll trick worthy. It's difficulty 7.
Fail.
Oof. Okay. Menmon Rotrax, which is going to cause him to flee in mad fear out of the room.
What's fleeing? Sorry, I was going to the bathroom.
Memnon.
Menmon, he felt his Rotrax chest.
Oh dear.
Yep. Can you roll me conviction right now? Because once you come out of this frenzy, you will have committed a level 1 road sin.
I thought level 1 was just you automatically drop.
No, it goes up to difficulty 10.
Oh, does it? Okay.
Highest I got was a 7.
Yeah, so you, unfortunately, when you come out of Rotrek, you will have lost part of yourself to your beast in the chaos.
God damn it.
Oh, I do have to ask, considering I literally just destroyed a handful of people's souls, do I gain willpower back for my monster demeanor? Or my nature?
You did it very casually and callously, so I'll say yes.
Hooray!
Worth.
Okay.
a monster.
You're a
The
monster.
the other Bruja is going to come back into the room, so now 4 Bruja and oh. Well, Margot, you're on part parity with them, so well, actually they'd be higher than you because I buffed their decks and stuff. I didn't take that into account when I rolled initiative. Oh well.
I mean, she's sitting at 6 decks with her armor.
I think they'd actually be higher because I rolled them at 3 decks, so they're actually +2 on you. So
It is
yeah,
Margot's turn.
it is Margot's turn. Margot, so Bastion is being he managed to get a strong shot off, but now he's being pretty badly wounded as he's being stabbed and staked by Bruja of torches.
Yeah, she's going to attack the one with that did more damage to him. That did 8 ag to him.
Thank you.
So that's 10. Three successes. It's, if one don't take away from attack rolls, from damage rolls.
Nope.
From damage rolls, no. From attack rolls, yes.
4 ag.
They get a single dice of soak, which to do. So yeah, you do 3 ag to one of them. As he squeals out in pain, he makes a courage check. He succeeds, so he's still in the fight. Next turn.
Do I get to act at some point?
We need to put up an initiative chart because I have
Oh,
no
shit.
idea when the initiatives
Allow
are.
me to put up the initiative chart. I completely forgot to do that. This is a running trend. Every combat I'm in, I manage to fail in some way, so that's fun. There you go. That's actually partially incorrect. So the Bruja should be at 17. But yes, Bastion, it is actually your turn. These people are being mean to you.
Oh, at what point does my Lemayan go? Does she go on my initiative?
She's currently holding the prince.
His command was drop her and see to me.
You know what? She will lay the prince down because she has class.
On his turn, fuck Brigitte. I took more damage than I thought I was going to. He rubs the ruby on his chest, and his simple command to his spirit slaves is kill the Bruja, kill them all. As he spends, I'm going to be brave Sir Robin, and I'm going to bravely fuck off. Like he kind of stumbles backwards with his hands on the bleeding hole in his chest, basically to step behind his bodyguard. He's just like, yep, this is what they're meant for. Go forth and die for me.
God damn it.
She was a 4-dot ally! She's fucking made of nails and sad places!
Hey people, would you consider this showing weakness in front of inferiors? That's right.
I do believe so.
There is a neonate in the room, so...
Actually, I would argue it shows ultimate strength, because I have other people to do my fighting for me.
Now, Evan, if you have to justify it, it's automatically a roll. You know this.
I accept this. Hang on, that's actually a really high road sin, to be fair.
It's actually level 5. It's entirely mid tier.
All right, what's the difficulty?
What's your level?
7.
Okay, it's difficulty 8. Star 6 goes up by 1 diff for the diff. Goes up by 1 diff per level of road sim. Oof.
Oof.
Well, you're now level 6. This is our day. It's a very sad day. Everybody's losing road tonight, man. What's happening to all the luminaries?
It's fine. I don't lose road if everyone here dies and no one can tell about it.
God damn it.
That's fair.
No, it's not. That's the point.
I'm gonna roll your longest initiative.
Oh, the one other thing I'm going to do before I pass the turn is I'll spend my blood for celerity, and I'll spend the I'll only spend the willpower if I need to, and I'll go full defensive, and I'll only spend the willpower if I need to actually parry to defend myself.
Okay. I'm just going to add your name here. See if you... Why is it? Got my packer. Come back. But yeah, you go full defensive. That's fine. Brigitte, it's your turn.
Okay, so what's my proximity to Brujas?
Melee range, you can easily get in range and take a shot.
Yeah, maybe not type while you talk so I can hear what you're saying.
You can hit the thing.
Okay, and I have the spear that Manon gave me, so I'll do that. That's based on dex or strength?
Dex.
Always dex.
Always dex for an attack roll. Some maneuvers use strength, but unless specifically states, it's always dex.
Five successes.
Bring death to them.
Okay, you strike them with a spear. It should be noted you get 2 armor piercing with a spear. So they only have 1 dodge of armor, so they get no armor to focus with. But you do strength plus 2 lethal with a spear. Oh no, using it two-handed, so strength plus 3.
Okay, so it's 7 dice, right?
No, it's okay. So you need to roll the 4 roll of the successes on your attack roll as well.
So 4 more.
Why?
Because
Just
you had
roll the 4
5
successes.
So 1 to hit and 4 extra, and those apply to the damage roll as well. So you would need to roll 4 more.
Okay. I don't understand that, but
4
So
damage.
44, they're going to roll 5 dice. They took 1, so yeah, you skewer 1, and he takes 3 lethal. Are you targeting the one that's being attacked by Margot?
Margot.
Or are you attacking another one? Christine,
what?
are you attacking one that's already been wounded, or are you attacking an unwounded one?
I would prefer one that's already wounded, so we can, for expedience.
Okay, so that guy is now crippled.
Yeah, he's now at 6.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, everybody sees Brigitte gang up on Lord Margot's hitting and just skewer him with a spear horribly. He's knocked to the ground. Septimus, it's your turn.
I will spend 2 blood to invoke Zulu form.
Okay. Let me double check just.
I'll just roll courage. Because of things. Just, you know,
Yeah, that's fair.
I'll just do that now. Just to save.
Get out of there. Like, what the fuck is that? Wait.
Oh, the problem is she's seen it before, but it's stayed in her mind, let's say.
Oh yeah, you need to roll. You do it. Well
Yeah.
done. Okay.
She's not, well, she does seem as though she does not like this development. She actually looks as though she's really not happy about this, but oh well.
Also, I will spend another 3 points of blood to buff my dex, and if it's still possible, can I make an attack roll?
If you've already spent the 2 blood, you could only blood buff yourself by an additional 2.
Alright.
Yeah.
Yeah, additional 2, right? You're right. So, 2, 4. Yeah, then I buff my dex by 2, and I'm going to make a attack roll, speeding up, just close ranks. The one that's beating up, Bastion.
Hooray!
The unwounded
I
one
was
of
not
you.
expecting to take 5 ag and like little.
No
like
one
that.
expects to take 5 ads. How does it feel, Evan?
I mean, I finally empathize with my players. I want to hit you with even more ag.
Oh damn it! I'm gonna have to make a new character for Dublin.
No, it's just I hate fire ag because you can't automatically soak it.
So this is like 3, that's 6, 6 plus 2 is 7, 7 plus 3 is 10.
Of the ones that attacked him, which one do you attack? Do you attack? The one that's on the floor, or the one that's not on the floor?
The one that is attacking him, so the one that's like the most obvious threat. The one that's closest to dying, so we can get him out of the way.
Okay. Yeah. So he's that guy. Yeah. You need to do 1 damage to him.
Or dark. At least that's at least 1 success, I see. Yes.
You get a single success. All brawling damage is improved by 1 in 0 form, so you also get the +1 on the damage roll.
Okay. So that is 1 plus.
It's always made me sad that the damage from Zulu form is just lethal.
It sucks, but what can you do about it?
To be fair, if it was Ag, it would be hilariously.
It would be hilarious, Brooklyn.
I'm just sitting here with the fact I played a set type with the Typhonic avatar form and give the finger to the universe.
Yeah, I'm
1,
pretty sure.
2, 3, 4.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure one of the creators Soul Clan said that and was like, I like this clan. Fuck all the other clans.
Okay, no, you're Torprim. As you awaken a Zulu's shape
Claw.
and literally just flatten him.
Yeah.
Alright, I will attack the undamaged dude. And I do have a specialty in this, but again, my dice rolls are just... Wow. I mean...
If you have a specialty, you get 2 successes, so you still got 2 successes. You do have a
so
roll with it.
1 plus 3. 1 more plus 4. So but it's just like my streak of horrible rolls continues. Oh, wow. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. 6 act damage.
Yeah, you're using claws. What are you hitting?
The undamaged dude.
Okay. He will get 1 dice. So he fails.
Ouch.
You slam him so far into the ground that you leave a small impact crater on the floor.
Kaboom.
As,
Also, if
Florence.
no one here, alright, Chris, if no one here has seen Zulu form, you have to make a courage roll.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they need to actually.
So yeah.
I already did.
You two need to make a quick courage roll.
What's the difficulty?
No, men when you're in Roshek, you don't need to roll. It's just
Because that is the stuff of night, I believe. Onto the rule. Blah, blah.
no, you don't. It doesn't say.
Oh, for real? They changed that. No shit.
It's
I needed to roll because of other things.
No
yes.
shit. Really? I'm so sorry.
That's no problem. Okay, nobody needs to make a courage roll. That's good.
Huh. It's like that. No, man. Whatever.
I'm sorry. Scaring away one in the room is fun.
No, it was just like all the like versions I've seen it in. It's always like you have the roll coverage roll. I guess they changed it.
Septimus, Madeleine, you've made a turn. Azor is going to make an attack roll. Is she wielding a steel sword?
She is, in fact, you know.
I figured. She's wearing armor, which takes away dice from her. She's just going to spend for her hilarious presence, which is 4.
Ah, Lamians.
She loses 2. She's rolling up with 8 dice. Okay, it dies. That's 5 plus 4, it's 9 plus 3 is 12. It's fine.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna survive that. He needs 4 damage to Ash.
Yeah, he dies. So this sword made of a highly unnatural metal cuts through the Bruja like butter and ashes him instantly, and she slices him in 2.
Limping forward again, because I think we're now out of position, aren't we?
5 dead, 1 crippled. So there's still 2 Bruja left in the room. There is still the off chance they could kill you.
It's very possible.
Continue.
Menmon, you're in Reltrek right now. Would you like to roll me courage? You need to get an extended. This is an extended roll every turn you roll, and you need 5 successes in total. You may spend willpower.
I remember that time Saladrin fear frenzied into beating a werewolf to death.
Yeah, what was the diff? I'm sorry.
I'm just going to say 6. You get 3 successes, so you're almost out of frenzy within a few seconds, but you'll need to roll next turn as well. I think nobody took celerity actions.
Nope.
The one version that did is dead, so
He's going to use his celerity action to keep being dead.
which means we'll actually go back up to the Bruja. Okay, they are going to spend for nope, fuck it, they're gonna be smart, they're gonna run away.
They're also doing a Sir Robin.
They're going to do a Sir Robin, and they're going to scream.
Hooting into the night.
Yeah, they're going to scream for help as they cry murder in the library. Actually, no, one thing actually happens before this. I actually need to roll. Someone's going to get back up.
What?
Oh yeah, the prince gets back up. She ain't done. She actually gets initiative of 20, so she's going to make a check on somebody now, and she's going to fucking murder a bitch. Jesus. Okay.
Does she manage to murder several bitches?
I'm just... Yes. Yes. They fucking die.
That's hilariously bad.
That's 14 successes.
That's an hilarious amount of damage.
Hey, that's the same amount that the Archbishop got on me. That's ironic.
Oh god.
Fun
That guy
times.
didn't have like a bunch of friends.
Yeah, that guy did not have a friend. In fact, this guy's got one friend. He's highly crippled and can't move. So that's... Jesus, okay, that's 13. She's rolling 20 dice of damage and she's applying potions. Okay, he dies.
Yeah, because it went directly in the dick hole, Chris. What the fuck? Like,
Let's just say this is what happens when the prince gets pissed off. They take 14 levels of damage.
What is she using? A knife or a sword?
She uses an arming sword and just rips the guy to pieces. In fact, he's just mulched instantly.
If you would be so kind, the person on the floor, I would very much like to have a conversation with him. And by conversation, I out of character mean Diablo, but that's neither here nor there.
Yeah, I'm just gonna...
as Road of Kings dictates, do you want to make a rush? Who gets to the creamy center?
Huh?
Are we Diabloizing him? Is that a thing?
Realistically, if you actually want to Diablo him, that's fine. I just want his blood pool because I need to heal.
Then pick up a corpse.
Around Denny.
No, there is one guy.
Right, you fucking ashed them, Itachi-san. What the fuck?
There's one torpid Bruja and one crippled Bruja, but you can coup de grace if you like, because combat's effectively over.
Alright. I hobble up to the torpid Bruja and I hobble up to the crippled Bruja. You can have the other one if you wanted, sweetheart. Like, go ham.
I think I'll hold it off for now.
They should hobble up to the torpid Bruja and stink the fangs into him.
Neat.
With this scroll.
How much blood does he have in him?
Let's see, the recency of his. He spent for a whole lot. This is the guy that didn't spend. He just spent for fat, so 1, 2, 3. He has about 7.
Okay. Anthony, are you taking the other one?
Yes, he's just gonna open his chest and eat him.
I don't play with my food quite that much. I'll drain him dry and suck out the soul.
You'll begin to drain him once you've drained about 5 blood points. The prince actually grabs hold of his head before you can just envelop him entirely and just beheads him.
God damn it.
That's why we don't do it in front of the prince.
I didn't know she was bad. It's fine.
So his mouth disconnects as he drains the blood. He looks up and says, "You have some problem with this, Your Highness."
You did mark them for death.
Death and diablerie are not necessarily not in pretty much any way the same thing.
You know what? So Bishop, I'm going to use this time. I spent a willpower point. He's going to spend the requisite amount of blood to heal 4 of his ag damage. He is on 5 blood points remaining. Thank you, Jesus.
Okay, so you can spend willpower to heal ag damage in a span of time that doesn't take an entire evening.
Mm-hmm.
But you need to spend willpower point for every aggravated damage.
All right then. Hey Bishop, I'm going to do something suitably monstrous. No, I can only do that once a turn. Once I put the 9 paper. All right, I'll spend 2 of my remaining willpower, bring me down to willpower 2, to heal 2 added damage, so I'm not made of shit.
Okay, spend 10. Yeah, that's 10 blood.
Yep. He basically, so he has a total of 7 blood left in the tank, having drank this guy down. What he does is he agrees. At which point he very gently just coup de grace this guy by sliding a blade into his back, and I'm going to attempt to put a wraith in him.
That's sufficiently monstrous. Gotta say. Get back in the bottle.
Anyway, guys, I need to sleep. It's ridiculously late here. I'm just gonna drop out, but I'll see you guys.
That's okay.
Hello, dude.
Headed. Okay, so
So Bishop, what was this guy's original willpower?
5.
Okay, give me just 2 seconds. I just have to check the rolls. Do I need 5?
It's a contested check, so he does get to roll.
He does, but do I need 5 net successes or 5 successes versus him?
Yeah,
That's what I'm checking.
let's see if standard gives us any answers.
I think this one does give us answers. I just need to go and find them. No, I just have to achieve 5 successes on the contested willpower roll. So basically, he can contest me. If he wins, he dies. If I get 5 successes, I put a soul in him.
Okay, so he basically has to get 5 successes before you.
No, I just have to get 5 successes. He has to beat me. But if I don't get the 5 successes, and even if he loses, I still can't do it.
Okay. So you just roll straight. It's not I don't roll, you just roll.
Correct. So that's going to be my willpower 8 plus that is 12 dice. Plus it lowers the difficulty because it's a necromancy thing. Fucking love that merit. Wow. Oh, Jesus! Oh, Jesus! Oh, Jesus!
Oh my god, if you didn't get those 2 10s, that would have been a bunch of 5 degrees.
Yes. Oh my Jesus.
That soul goes on to its happily never after. He tries and it fails. He's slightly chagrined by this as the body just turns to ash in his arms.
Actually, this place is True Faith 5 anyway. I don't think you would be able to do it on holy ground.
Oh yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
That's,
This place needs
5 degrees. Thing probably would have turned it to a necrotic bomb and killed us all.
Hey, guys, you know how sometimes y'all need Jesus? Nah, what this place needs is Path of Ash 5, and I just lower the gauntlet to 2 and see their true faith go against the Shadowlands. Fuck all y'all!
Alright, let's go.
I'll revert back to human. Spit out a bone.
So wait, allow me to clarify. You don't want us to drink these individuals dry. Is this correct, Your Highness?
Tabris, Octave, and Herman are fair game. These are just pawns.
As you say.
What about the singer?
Fair game.
Valid. He kind of looks at Septimus and gives him a "It's on!" look.
Okay.
We're racing for that crunchy center.
Margot, in armor, holds what would be the bridge of her nose, and God fucking damn it.
This is what happens when 2 people that are clearly monsters are on Road of Kings. We do terrible monstrous things.
Hashtag monster's been a monster.
Brigida approves.
I just imagine like Septimus like just sees everyone around him as an Oreo.
Yes. Yes. He's so. You read the. Yes, that's the Misi. Like, you're food or you're not.
It's almost like their clan were monstrous or something.
Yeah. What does Sebastian see everybody as?
He sees you all as the wrapping paper the interesting part is in.
So
5
Yeah, so-
seconds away from
so
taking
let me see.
passive metamorphosis.
so do I get- so he's basically sees everybody as a jammy donut.
No, because nobody actually likes the jam and jammy donut.
I like jam and jam donuts. Don't be a dick.
I mean, that's because you're English and you people have no sense of taste based on your cuisine.
Hey, no bully. Don't bully the GM. Come on now.
I have a
So
question.
I'm just going to roll True Faith now, and for every success I get, I'll take away success on your roll, and then if it takes away 2 successes, you get
I mean,
multiplied
no.
degrees.
You have acknowledged in public in a hangout with me that British food is shit.
What the fuck, Evan?
I have a question.
Okay, sure.
I agree with
We
him.
we are in the library.
We are
Is there,
still in the library.
yes. Is there anything in there that would be of interest to poor little Brigitte?
It's a really big library. You could take your time searching.
What would that entail?
Searching through the library. Well, everyone was like, okay, bye.
Okay, while you guys are bickering, Brigitte is going to search for occult knowledge.
Make me perception theology difficulty 9 because it's a massive fucking library.
Why theology and not occult?
Because it's a religious
Good call.
library. They don't just put witchcraft books on like the bottom shelf.
I mean, they did in the other room, to be fair.
Yeah, but that room.
Also, this is for the public, and they can't put heresy in the open eye. Like, to be fair, like,
You... can I spend willpower on that?
Yeah, I guess they can. By the way, for the record, the librarian still hasn't moved from his spot.
the
Actually,
librarian has seen a
I'm
Zulu
gonna
form. Is
spend
probably gonna have
willpower on it
nightmares.
before I roll it. Let's see. Oh, I got 2 successes.
you. He points to the group. You work for my cousin. Duh? Yes, this is the case. Come here. Come here.
Two successes I got.
The scholarly man looks up. He's not actually that old. He looks like he's in his like maybe more like late 40s, early 50s maybe. He's hardly a ragged old man.
I mean, with the Dark Ages,
But
it was fairly old by then.
he will just look up at you, Sir Sebastian. He'll say, "Excuse me, sir. I don't believe I've had the pleasure."
Sebastian Giovanni, at your service.
Ah, then I am at yours.
You are of value to us. So he points towards the door and he says, "Through there, close the mechanism on your way in. You'll find the passageway that will lead you out to safety."
Many thanks, sir, and you're also about to Prince, Your Majesty. And
I hate it when Cappadocian clan assets are put to waste.
Evan,
Yes.
not oh shit, you're not the ST. Chris, fuck.
Sorry.
Sorry. It's been a while. You haven't ST for me for a while, Chris. So I apologize. Can I get a theology roll to see if I can find any occult knowledge here?
Sure. Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Let's everyone make theology rolls, because by God, I want to nick something too.
It's
I mean,
gonna be
What-
it's
what-
gonna be this is going to last barely a couple minutes because you guys are kind of like trying to kill somebody, so it's
Mhm.
gonna be something you do it like real quick. So
Mhm.
So what
Chris, in the same amount of time, can I roll my courage to get out of Rostrek?
oh yeah, you can come out of frenzy now.
Ooh,
All right, thank you.
Is that intelligence theology?
And perception.
Perception theology.
in the meanwhile, Margot is doing her nails.
Oh, hey Margot, come here. I've got a plan.
Memnon just says that
Question,
as he stops
Chris.
boring at the wall.
It's
Yeah.
perception or intelligence theology?
That's perception theology.
Okay. Spending
I
upon
got
willpower.
3 successes.
I got 22.
What? One success.
Um, you find some obscure religious texts, but nothing that's inherently mystical or magical.
Oh, okay. Meh.
2 successes. Brigitte, you find texts as well. They're not Kabbalist, they're Islamic. They might have some vague, obscure mystical value. Depends. You're not sure. But it looks like it has some potential, maybe. Not
Well,
really your wheelhouse, though.
well, I'm gonna nab it anyway because that's knowledge.
Knowledge.
Knowledge. We feed on that shit.
Mm-hmm. Just gonna check the red bones real quick.
So I got an Islamic book. I'm happy.
Yep, no, that's absolutely fine. Yeah, no, the prince pipes up. We still got a job to do. This place is a mess, but it can be cleaned up later.
What do I find with 3 successes, Bishop?
Um, 3 successes. You find a text that seems very pertinent to your wheelhouse in regards to death, but it's based in an Islamic paradigm rather than a Christian one.
Yeah, death is death.
Could have some value. Make it easier. You find that as a Giovanni, you know that dependent on the location and the dominant belief system, acting within that paradigm makes necromancy easier. So, could be useful. Maybe more useful for your younger cousins than yourself. You're already a necromancer master, but
I mean, it's definitely something to dangle and basically milk for boons.
yeah, basically.
Necromaster.
But yes, Chimera's just gonna head out and start heading towards the stairway outside of the corridor, towards the end of the corridor.
Follow the prince.
You don't have to follow her for long. As you'll follow her. One second. you see the other coterie that when described heading down to meet you. They must have caught on to the noise, which is also going to bring into question that means Azir has.
You see, once again, he touches the jewel on his chest and he says, "Find the musician." At which point, what you guys will see is he removes a piece of chalk from inside of his robe, and then we're probably going to get an initiative.
Yep. They're all coming down. These ones have swords, they don't have torches. But yes, 7 more bourgeois for me. Well, actually 6, not 7. I'm just going to roll with the same initiative we did before, if that's okay with everybody. It's a bit faster.
Okay. Yeah, makes it fast.
So I'm going to include Madeline in this, and Madeline will do useful things from sidelines. So a couple of them will leap off the stairway, another two run down the stairs. Another 2 need to wait for actually the people running down and leaping off the stairs to actually give them room to maneuver. But yeah, they're going to attack you. So one is going to attack you, Margot. They're all going to spend for celerity and potence. Okay, so Margot, so this one hits you. Use a specialty at 6 successes. 5 plus 5 is 10. Margot, please soak me 13 lethal damage.
Holy Mary, Mother
Wait,
of God!
where did you get the extra 3 from? Oh.
He's using potence.
Oh, okay.
These ones are a little bit stronger than the ones you encountered before.
Oh, fuck.
Shit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Go for it.
Margot, you are incapacitated. Yeah, everybody sees one of these bourgeois instantaneously strike down Margot. Oof.
Oof.
Another one's going to hit.
Super oof.
Another one's going to hit Madeline. That was a really lucky roll from Margot's soak to be fair. And I got an insane damage check. Okay, this guy does not do nearly as well attacking Madeline. I need to recount how much soak Madeline has real quick. I think she's 5/4 plus 3, not plus 4. I think she's got 13 dice to soak. So she should be fine.
I mean, I had 15.
This is true. But let's see, that's...
On the side note, hey Septimus, want to come on Crazy Shadowland Adventures?
Let's go!
Hey!
Okay,
I have got to buy off slow healing.
Madeline's going to automatically soak 4. What the fuck is that? Well, Madeline takes 3 lethal, I guess.
Eek.
Eek.
Oh, that's right. I could have just used blood to automatically soak 4. Oh well.
Yep. One's gonna hit the good Sebastian.
Bastion.
Bastion. So that's 5 plus 3 is 8, plus another 3 is 11.
It's not a very Italian name.
Bastion, technically. but
Okay,
yes.
take me 9 lethal.
I'll spend the blood to automatically soak 5. And I'll roll his armor. How much did you say it was, sorry?
It was 9, you soak 5, so you have to soak 4.
Okay.
Jesus.
Well, since Margot is having a nap and is late here, can I leave?
Well, you can heal.
Oh, true.
You could just heal.
But I do have slow healing. It's going to take a lot of blood.
Well, I mean,
I am on 1 health level.
It's also true.
Evan, I think we're going to be on like the making new characters again. God damn
No,
it.
it's fine, bro. We're going to go into the Shadowlands. Don't worry about it. That is Bastion's plan. We are not here to fight mooks. We're here to kill this mofo. So I'm going to take us to a place where we can easily track him down.
oh, I completely forgot to include the prince in this. It's fine, I'll attack the prince, and then the prince will attack them next turn. She's going to spend for fortitude. She's very good at that. That's
To be fair, I'm also very good at that until you hit us like a freight train.
9
Yeah.
lethal, bitch. You've done like twice as much to me, you bastard.
I'm not even mad. I'm not even mad.
Let's see, so that's 5 plus 4 is 9 plus 3 is 12. Okay, the prince is taking damage. That's 12 lethal. She automatically soaks half of that. And she's going to rely on her cloth armor and natural stamina.
Oh, shit. I forgot with lethal we roll our stamina. Give me like 20 seconds. Shut up, all of you! I am not nearly as fucked as I thought I was.
You're a special cookie. It's okay.
I'm really tired, Anthony. Don't at me.
Well, even the prince takes 3 lethal damage. And she's not weak.
Jesus.
So that's number 4. Who's going to be the friend of number 5?
Who's going to be what, sorry?
Who's going to be the friend of number 5?
The what now?
I'm going to say Osora is targeted out, because she will be. So that's 3. She's going to spend for fortitude. 2 plus 7 plus 10. She takes 7. She's going to soak her for fortitude.
Yeah, it's really getting late. I might just say Margot takes a nap because it's really getting late and I'm getting tired.
Okay, fair enough.
So yeah.
I'll see you later.
I'm back. Anyone get hit or anything?
No, I'm just calculating. Okay, so it's fine, and you're going to be hit now, Emma. Okay, to get 2 successes on you. So that's 9 d10. Yes. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, so it can be 9 lethal.
Who's soaking 9 lethal?
Manon.
Okay.
Manon's taking a brutal fucking nasty, dude.
They're Bruja. They hit hard.
They don't have nearly the staying power that the others did, but yeah, they hit like trucks.
And they hit a lot because I'm using them. I'm having them take 3 celerity actions each.
Yes, you wonder why I am about to drop us through a fucking portal. And I swear to God, if anyone says this is something to your inferiors, my response is going to be no. This is called the superiors live, the inferiors die.
Okay, so
Alright,
now
so- 5 of it, I think. Is that 5?
How's that go?
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. You said 4, so you take 5 before.
All right. Now, I already had 1 level of aggregated damage before, so what's my health level at right now?
You're not crippled, you're now 6.
Oh, I'm crippled. Huh, yeah.
The princess gonna pull out it's not a princess turn, and she's gonna pull out a trick I don't think we've ever seen her use before. I need to look up how this works because this is the first time this has ever been used.
The princess in the initiative, you said she was going to join next round.
No, she had 20 initiative because she's awake now, so she can join.
Oh, okay.
To be honest, she should have gone first. Okay. That's a pitiful roll. That's a sad roll.
Oh,
I don't think it has any real effect then, so yeah, she's just gonna dominate one of the Bruja to start killing the other one.
Oh, good. I may yet survive.
Okay. She's also got a trigger Majesty. Yep, so that turns one Bruiser on the next. And Bastion, it's your turn.
If I brave Sir Robin and bravely run away, I would be on 0 willpower. Which means I kind of lie in the Shadowlands in the fetal position for a little while. Or, yeah, no, he draws his sword. Once again, like, particularly for Memnon, oh, there was something wrong with that metal. Oh, it's made of sadness. It's literally made of sadness.
Cool blade, bro.
Thank you. As he turns around, and I'm going to spend for my celerity, and I'm going to spend for my. I've already spent for my fortitude. I'm going to spend for my potence, and I'm going to bleed 1 blood into my dexterity. So he lashes out at them with a sword made of sad. Just hitting any of the Bruja he can hit. So let's do that. Oof, and that 10 doubles. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Minus 2 is 4. So 3 roll over. So he has the sword in both hands, which is plus 3, plus the strength of that, plus that. It takes 6 aggravated, and however much lethal, because it does take 2 lumps of damage. It takes 6 aggravated damage, and then it takes lethal damage equal to the amount of my Lamian bodyguard on stamina when she put her poison on the sword.
Does that include fortitude?
Beg your pardon?
No, I think it would just be no, because it's not adding to a dice roll, so it's just, I don't think it adds fortitude to the amount of levels it does.
It just says stamina.
Yeah, okay, that would be 4
Cool.
times 2 is 8.
There you go.
Nope, I think that just kills him.
I am done with all of your shit!
You really are. Okay, so it's now 5 brutal. Brigitte, it's your turn.
Yes. Is any of them injured already?
No, all of them are uninjured so far.
All right. I will.
Could always go for the decapitation headshot. They do not have helmets.
I have the spear, not the sword, so I can decapitate.
No, you couldn't use a spear to decapitate. Do you know what a spear can easily decapitate someone?
Hardly.
It is not limited to swords and axes.
I mean, yeah, but easily, I don't think. Anyway, I'm going to pop 1 blood to increase my dex, so I get 1 more ding-dings. So I'm going to be 7.
7, that will fade within 3 turns as you are over your generational maximum.
No, 7 dice, not 7 dex. I mean, I wish, but there's no such thing in this world. Because this world is unfair.
Yes.
How many Bruja did you say?
Ooh. Ooh.
5.
Yes.
Ooh. 7 successes.
Okay, you get 7 successes. Add 6 to your damage roll.
Jesus Christ.
So your strength plus 6 plus 3 from the spear.
Okay, so it's 4 plus 6, 10, 13. Okay. Ooh. Ooh. I like it.
And they lose 2 of their armor, so they only get 1 armor dice.
Oh, what the fuck? Come on.
1, 2, 3, 4 lethal. That's a bit unfortunate. And they only took 1 though, so you do 3 lethal to 1. So everybody sees Brigitte skewer another poor bastard.
That was the point yet.
Mm-hmm.
Now imagine if you had gotten that from Memnon Shop. You gotta invest in these kind of things.
Are you trying to get money from me?
She has no money to invest.
I just have one. Hey Memnon, how do you feel about smelting people's souls?
If you can teach Memnon that, he would pay you.
Ooh. You know, gonna talk.
Yes, business on the battlefield. I love it.
All right.
I have no money.
Septimus's turn. Moltrovich, please.
You say I can go for a headshot?
Yep.
Headshot, you say?
It's plus 2.
To shreds, you say.
To shreds, you say.
And his wife? To shreds,
shreds you say. All right. I'm going to spend. Yeah, I'm at that. So I'm going to spend 2 more blood to raise my dex. So I am go for a headshot. Oh, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Bishop.
6 lethal.
Oh, not 6 lethal. That's 6 to hit.
Oh, okay, my boy.
So that's 6. Oh, it's 5. 5 plus 11, 12, 12 plus. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Holy shit.
Oh!
Fuck you and the horse you rode in on.
Okay, so he takes 11. He takes. I mean, you ash him. You decapitate him.
Holy.
So I like to think he just reaches out with his hand and just squishes his head.
You literally just you just pat him on the head.
And this, kids, is what we call the struggle snuggle.
Yep, it's going on my status. The struggle snuggle.
Okay. So that's 4 Brucia, Septimus, Madeleine. Madeleine just gonna fucking claw a bitch. I'm gonna say she does shit. I need to look up at this school. I'm just gonna have her mulch somebody.
I did love when Saladrin figured out that Madeline had Potence Claws. His response was, "Oh, I see. So how long were you fucking Torvald before he taught you how to fuck him harder?"
Whew. Spicy.
Okay, so okay. I think her current strength is like 5. Terrible. That's 4. That's 3. Oh, got that down. Okay, she doesn't have how many dice though. She loses 2 dice. Oof, oof, oof. Spicy though. That's 9 successes. I should roll for Madeleine more often.
What's up, buddy?
They take
Hey, cutie.
8 ag. They die. So that's 3 Bruja. Rough stop, you know, you're bringing it back, bringing it back. And Azor's going to strike a bitch. I think it was 8 points I gave him. It was should be 9. 5 successes. 4 plus 3 is 7. Okay, a bitch takes 10 ag. Oh no, that just brings them down because even if they survive, they enter in cap and can't heal off the damage. Two Bruja. It's Menmon's turn.
Well, give it his. Huh?
Life is pain, but you can heal.
Yeah, so if he could just like crawl his ass to safety, I'll spend 3 blood to heal 3 health levels. And I did mention in the scene in the beginning that he had his shield, but I forgot to mention or to remind you that some of the attacks should have been at a +1 difficulty. The attacks that was on him. I keep forgetting to mention that.
That's fine. All right, man, one has your chance. Go murder a boy.
Oh, so wait, I can heal and still hit someone?
Yeah, he gets a chance to kill a guy.
Oh, yay. Okay, so... that would bring me, what, to, injured? That's -2 dice?
Yep.
Let's see, I'll take 1 Bruja. Go for a 2-handed swing aimed at their head. So what, that's diff 8 or 9?
Headshots diff 8.
Let's see. So... One success. Does the -2 dice come from take away from my damage roll?
No.
Okay. So let's see, that's 5 lethal from my sword. Potence, that's 8. 3 in the strength. No, sorry, I buffed to 4. So 12. Lethal to the head. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to the head.
Nice. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Watch I soak all of it. I know Chris's rolls.
May only 6-1, and to be honest, I think that would be enough to just decapitate him. Like, you do more damage than he has stamina. You knock him down to crippled, and it goes like you decapitate his head.
Sweet.
Straight up. So, yeah, there's 1 Bruja left, and he is currently... Well, he's currently killing the torpid Bruja, so you can more or less just kill him whenever.
Head squish.
Head squish.
Glove slap. Shut your face.
Your Grace, may this one recoup some blood loss? Looking at the dead bodies on the ground. See, that's how you do it. You have to ask permission from the prince to eat your fallen foes.
This is true. I didn't ask. I just got hungry and started eating.
Oh no, oh no, oh no, no.
The prince, she just looks at you and says, "Do as you will. I need to check the room, see if there's any leads on his ear."
Bishop,
Alright.
I've dispatched ghost friends to go and hunt him down, and they're very fast.
Yes, you have.
Right, snack time.
So I rip open one of the bodies like a juice bag and drink.
Both delicious and nutritious.
Tastes just like chicken.
On breakfast. What?
Do you know what gets me the most is the fact that you're playing it as Nisi and speak so anachronistically. It's amazing.
I'm legitimately amazed you know what anachronistic means.
Don't be an ass, Bishop.
That's fired.
All right. All right. So the prince is gonna go to bed. Your ghost friends, Giovanni.
Yes.
How many did you send after him?
3.
Okay, then one can double back.
Okay.
One double back to you. He says that he's still on the move. He's making his way outside of Justinopolis now. He's actually covered an incredible amount of ground. He does say that he's moving at an inhumanly fast pace.
My response is going to be stop him. Three of them can pull a lot of ghostly shenanigans. He says, Your Highness, I know where he is. If we move quickly, we can cut him off.
Lead me to him.
But what he does is a little bit unceremonious. We're on the 2nd floor, aren't we?
Mm-hmm.
He wraps his arm around her waist. And because obviously she's the prince and she's more important than I am, he basically smashes his way out of a window using his shoulder, because I'm going to take the falling damage. Which I'll then probably automatically soak. But this is much quicker.
Yeah, I mean, she's also a venture.
Valid. But it would be undignified for her to have to use her own blood to soak her own landing.
Fair enough.
Kool-Aid man through the window.
I'm assuming you follow.
Oh yeah!
Yes. She notes, she appreciates your gesture.
Was have to jump too?
Oh yeah. I was just pointing out the fact that he knows where she is, so they're going to be moving really quickly, like celerity running.
Yeah.
Hey Septimus, do you have celerity?
I won't be able to keep up with you.
Do you want to piggyback?
Sure thing.
There, we on today!
How about
Hit it till we kill it.
how about the babies?
But
Grab on.
I can't carry all of you. I'm not that strong.
Yeah, I assume you change back into human form and that you're not a Zulu monster anymore.
No, that would be mean. I won't do that to him.
My spine!
Alright. Yeah, at this point we're going to fast forward. We'll say the neonates are going to arrive minutes later, so we're going to cut to Septimus and Giovanni first. And yeah.
I'm sorry, Chris. How much blood was Memnon able to take, and how much time?
About half a bruiser are torpid, so you can get more or less back up to full.
Nice. Plenty of time to heal. So, can I just start him back at 10?
Mm-hmm. The ag won't heal off unless you give it a night or spend a willpower. And it takes 5 blood.
Okay, so I'll spend the willpower. Then how much blood should I be at then after all that?
If you're at 10 now, you need to spend another 5, putting you at 5.
As they're running.
Okay, fair enough.
As they're running, he will make it very clear to Septimus, I'm bringing you so you can share in the honor of the kill, but the soul is mine.
We can fight for it. It's fine.
And thus it was. A bromance was born.
Yeah, funnily enough, it is the prince who is actually faster than you both. By the time you get there, she has, you hear the screams before they're suddenly muffled. And then it takes you like a good another minute to get there, at which point Chimera has already been drilling into this man's mind. Like she had a fucking screwdriver.
I don't know why. I just want to create an image of like, have any of you seen like one of the really good old horror movies? I just create an image of like things being levitated and just smashing into this guy as he attempts to run away. Ghosts.
Yeah. She tosses him to the ground at your feet. She looks frustrated.
He picks him up by the throat.
This
What does
idiot's
Brock-
had half his mind wiped.
Yo.
So he's kind of holding him in his hand. He looks to Bruja in the eyes and he says, "What his mind doesn't remember, I may be able to get from other sources if you wish."
It's appreciated, but I think that will be all for this evening. I need to check his office, see if there's anything I can find. And that mess in the library and the stairway needs to be cleaned up.
Memnon will volunteer to clean up everything for.
Actually, you know what, Memnon, because you're feeding, this actually would make a lot more sense. People will start to come out to investigate the noise at the stairway.
Mhm.
So if you want, what you can do is you can spend your time effectively dominating people.
I saw this wine at the liquor store.
Okay, no problem.
There's a lot of them. Who are those people behind you?
Oh, hold on. I'm sorry. Yeah, I have a guest that just came over.
That's fine. But yeah, you sorry, it's just because I couldn't hear you when you were speaking. But you can just spend your time dominating the mortals to not investigate the site, and anybody who might see anyone, you can just forget for mind if you have that capacity.
Oh yeah, I have dominate 3.
I'll make an assumption. Basically, he contemplates and he says, as they're walking back, he still has the very broken yet unliving. What was the name of the musician dude?
Azia.
Tossed at me. Yes, he has him kind of pinned against the wall, and he says, "We may be able to ascertain information from those who have just left Mortal. So I would need assistance in this matter. May I ask, Your Highness, where is my dear cousin's domain?" Actually, oh, sorry, continue.
She's taken a small slice of southern Justinopolis.
Good. As a matter of fact, he will dispatch one of the ghost friends to find the ghoul, because he can't have gotten very, very far. And well, basically, the exact message will be, honored cousin, Bastian Giovanni would request your presence for a soiree of conversation and souls this evening in Justinopolis Mount.
As you give that message, Azir slams a holy symbol into your face as he says, "My soul is in violet, you grave-robbing scum." And
excellent.
And let me check 1 second.
I'm about to have a sad time.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a day.
Oh, you want to see how I'm gonna violate your soul? We're gonna have words.
Let's see. Oh wow. Okay.
You're looking up the True Faith rules. I sense those are coming. I feel it in my bones.
Your current willpower. Oh, he does 3 aggravated to you.
Son of a bitch! Alright, can I soak that?
Yeah, you can use your fortitude, yeah.
I can't auto soak it, can I?
Nah, it's True Faith.
You son of a bitch! Why is it always the face?
It's the best part is it's against the current willpower, which I think is like a 1 right now.
Oh.
Hey, Chris.
Ow!
Yeah.
Can Memnon try to just mind wipe? Well, use a forget from mine on one specific individual. I want to see if I can restructure his memory to kind of like make Memnon a lifelong friend.
Yes, you can do that. You can make him believe you are his friend.
Awesome. Hold on, I'll make this a qualifying roll. If you want, do you want me to roll for it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Interesting question. Is the True Faith coming from him, or is it coming from the symbol in his hand?
What's his willpower? Sorry to interrupt.
No worries, take your time.
The symbol is what enables. Actually, roll me intelligence. Intelligence occult. What's occult? Because he's on the spot.
2 successes, and Memnon asked you what the willpower of the dude he wants to rewrite is.
Oh, it's like a mortal. It's like difficulty 3 or something silly.
Oh, then I got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 successes. I completely restructured his entire life.
Have fun, friend. New best friends every day. I see Anthony's made a roll. What was that? Just because I think I forgot I brain spaced.
Oh, it was the intelligence occult. What's a code? There's too much blood in the system. It feels dumb.
I have 2 successes on the what's called.
Yeah, he's Zulu. He's like, I'm bored. I've been Zulu too much. He's like, I want to smash. But you get 2 successes. The True Faith is coming from him, but it's the symbol. It's the fact that he's wielding the symbol that enables him to harm you.
Alright. I essentially had him pinned to a wall, so I had my hand at his throat.
Yeah, you can essentially.
Yeah, teeth go to neck, Bishop.
Okay.
Like, fuck you, I will eat your soul. Nom, 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 nom.
Oh, you gonna?
Wasn't that your last hit point, Evan?
No, God no.
Oh, okay.
I still have 3 left, thankfully. That would have been very sad if it was.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah, no. Most of his damage is lethal. They just got rid of.
Gotcha.
And he healed off. He healed off the rest of the. He healed off most of. Yeah. Yeah.
No.
So yeah, teeth go to throat because she did say I could eat this one.
I think you're a mold right now or something.
I was at 4 and now I'm at 3. So yes.
And you just took 3.
Yeah, but I soaked 2.
Oh, fair enough.
That was my roll a little bit up the 2 successes.
Oh, excellent. That's actually not bad. Yeah.
Fuck you and your mother by your brother, you inbred cunt. Sorry. He hit me in the pro. Did he hit me? Do I have a fucking crescent burned on my face?
Yes. You are
Yes.
literally. You are
Yes,
branded
and it will remain there.
with the symbol of valor. It's
Damn, you have a crescent moon. Moon prism power.
Oh no! Not only do I have no, guys, this is even worse. I have flesh of the corpse.
Yes.
Oh, that's a permanent one. Oh. Septimus just looks and just one hand goes over his mouth. That looks gnarly.
Oh my god. Oh, fucking damage.
That's gnarly.
Yeah, fortunately, most of the damage that you've done to me has been to my chest. This is the first time something's actually hit my face.
Oh my god, that's gonna be a conversation to have with the family.
How long have we
Yeah.
been at it?
I mean, his response is going to be leveraging his clan prestige to just have Islam lit on fire.
Pardon, what was it, Christine?
How long have we been at it? I'm trying to determine if I need to feed my cat.
Actually, to be fair, Septimus, if I asked him really nicely, could fix it with this.
I
But
really.
will be involved.
It's be a lot of
In any
asking.
case, you eat the guy.
He is delicious.
Yes.
We have to have a race to the
Oh
center.
no! He fucking marked me, bitch. Don't at me, bro. I'm fucking having his fucking soul.
For Path the Kings, bro. Honorable. God do it.
You know
I'll
what
fix your
would
face.
be a fantastic place to end this scene?
It would be.
Is these two luminaries bicker over the Bruja. So, you know what? I think we're going to end it there. Thank you, players for playing. Thank you, watchers, for watching. As this is another scene set in
Odessa.
Odessa, the creamy chocolatey center. Thank you for watching.